Every time. Every time. Okay. Yeah, it was. I don't know why. TikTok doesn't have an issue. TikTok worked fine. TikTok didn't have an audio issue, but YouTube every time when I start the live, I literally have to unplug and replug it in. It doesn't. I don't know why. Something needs to be reset. I don't know. So sorry. So real quickly, I don't know if Pam, you want to say hi again, just that you're here.
Just do
A little run by.
hi, I'm Pam.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You can follow her on Veggie Roots on Instagram, and her sign says, "I'm doing a social experiment. Please come talk to me." And the other side says, "Should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless?" Yes. Ah, so they're saying hi, Pam. Jake says hi. Jake Lagatere. Yes, Jake is the one that created. Still? Is it still not working? Okay. It's on. I don't know what's wrong. Okay. It says that it's working. Why do you do this to me? It says that it's connected. Hold on. That's connected. That's connected. That's connected. That's connected. All connected. I don't understand. This is all on. You still can't hear me? Can't hear. Ben from Berlin says it's all good, but I kept getting phone calls from Ian telling me that you can't hear me. What if I step back though? Is it just the phone you're hearing, or is it actually me that you're hearing?
Could it be a setting? No?
It says they can hear me. Okay. It's generally okay. Is it going in and out? Is that the problem? Okay. So it is good now. Thank you, Jake. I read lips, yeah. Okay, sound is good. Good. Okay. These mics cause such a headache. Oh, they are so cute. Yes, I do love the colors, and yes, it's fun. Man, okay, so anyway, Pam here. Go check her out on Veggie Roots. I'm Vegan Stoner Lady. You can find me on all platforms. We're anti-animal use. We're here in Portland, Oregon at the PSU Farmers Market, hoping to talk to a few neighbors, try to make this a better world. Try to, make it more fair for everybody regardless of their differences, right? We all care about what's happening to us. Well, I can't do anything if it's frozen, unfortunately. Is it better now, Jen? Maybe refresh. Is anybody else seeing it on TikTok being frozen? Okay, it's fine. Okay, cool. Yeah. It might have been maybe an internet thing because we are in an area with lots of people, so people taking pictures and sending things to people. Yeah, she is a vegan. Yeah, so at least I put this in here, by my consent, right? I didn't have it forced on me. We're doing a social experiment. You want to participate? Okay. Hey, doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? All right. Hi. Hey, we're doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? All right. There's just so many people. It's hard to not just keep asking. Who's in here, by the way? Oh, okay, we got Jason. We got Johnny Vegan Seed. That anti-vegan ninja. God damn it. The vegan anthem. What's up? U-Tops. Hi. Yas. Hi, Johnny Vegan Seed. Good to see you. Vegan Anthem, Ben from Berlin, thank you so much for helping me out too. Awesome. It is a technical thing. Let me know though if it changes. Yeah, who else? Have I missed anybody? If I missed you, say hi. Oh, hey, we're from... Hi, we're doing interviews. Want to be interviewed? Okay, yeah. Do you want to be interviewed? It's just like 5 minutes, and if you feel uncomfortable, you're welcome to leave.
I'll stay with that.
Okay. All right. I was going to say, Pam can totally talk to you. Pam is lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can do it off camera, too. Pam's got a conversation. Oh, yes, I know. Yeah, there are definitely people who don't want to talk on camera, and we respect that. That's why we ask every time. But there are people that are okay with talking on camera. So, yeah, so veganism is an ethical stance against the exploitation of sentient beings, meaning I don't want to demand someone be exploited because I don't want to be exploited because I feel I'm sentient. And I don't need to use other beings. I can go without animal products, or there's plenty of alternatives. And I'm here to just talk to my neighbors who have the same options available to them. Hi, I'm doing interviews. Want to be interviewed? Okay. Hi, doing interviews. Want to be interviewed? There are literally cameras everywhere, yes. That's actually why the internet kind of comes and goes in here, because people are recording with their phones. They're, at the farmer's market. There's a lot to see, a lot of fun stuff. Oh, I would love for you, Luca, to be interviewed. You can't be half vegan. Vegan is an ethical stance, You can't be half measure on human rights, half measure on, treating people fairly. Hi. Doing interviews. Want to be interviewed? Oh, no. All right, no worries. Hey. You guys want to have a conversation? Hey, want to have a conversation? People are curious. They don't know why I'm holding this, but maybe I should do the other side. Maybe that'll be a little better. Fair or not fair. Test yourself. Veganism actually means to want to respect everyone who can feel, who is experiencing life. Hi, we're doing interviews. Want to be interviewed? Hi, you want to be interviewed? We're doing interviews. Okay. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. Here on TikTok, I don't see very clearly where the donations are. Like once once you've sent them and they slide past in the chat, I don't see them. Thank you so much, Jessica. That was very sweet of you. Thank you. No, they do. They might know who we are, and they're a little more leery. So, yeah, you can get vegan cheeseburgers that are just as delicious, right? They have vegan cheese, vegan patty, and they're delicious. Thank you. I like it too. Yeah, I'm not here to, I don't think I can take down the whole industry in one day. I do think, though, as I talk to people, more and more people, they'll talk to people. And as a group, we can take down the system. Hi. Live on TikTok, you want to be interviewed? No? Okay. People are scared of us. It's okay. Hi. So let's get an idea of who's in here. If you're vegan, put a 1. If you're not vegan but just kind of curious, put a 2. And if you're not vegan and you're just here to be a butt, put a 3. Yes. All right. Got some that don't know how to follow directions. Wow. A lot of 3s. Interesting. Okay. All right. We got a couple of 2s. What's up? Good to see you. I appreciate your honesty too. That's honestly really great to see people being honest about what's going on. They feel curious. So. All right. So all those that are putting in 2s or 3s, can you tell me why you're vegan? Or why you're not vegan? Why you're not vegan? Why you're vegan? Keep it short though, because it'll fly by. Yeah, so we have the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics that makes it clear that a vegan diet is safe and healthy for all stages of life, as long as it's well planned. And that's the case for all diets. If you're not getting everything you need, then yeah, you're not gonna feel the best. But we have the vegan Dailey Dozen, which is an easy checklist to make sure you get everything you need in a day. And we have evidence that shows that when you consume more plants and remove animal products, you live longer and have higher quality years later in life. So, the benefit sounds like is on the side of not using animals, but even if it was better for you, still advocate for veganism, because the individual cares what's happening to themselves, and that's the crux of the issue, right? There's a victim involved. You have alternatives or can go without. They have the one and only life and get no choice in the matter. Don't you think the more moral choice is to not exploit them? To use the alternatives or go without? Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Two. Take a picture. I'm very happy that Pam had a beautiful conversation. Thank you. You have a good day. Yeah. That was beautiful. Do you want to talk about anything?
So she said her daughter is vegan.
Nice. Okay.
And she's vegetarian.
Okay.
She was not really aware what happens with the cows and the chicks.
Yeah. Most people don't know.
Well, I didn't know, that's for sure.
Yeah. My mom grew up on a farm, didn't know.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. I've had that happen to many farmers. I had one guy on my TikTok come up that used to separate the calves from the moms, and he didn't understand why they were doing that. He didn't even understand that the cow needed to be pregnant to produce milk. He was like, I don't know why I'm doing this job. Yeah, well, I'm just saying he was in it, right? He was there and still didn't know. So, yeah, they hide it pretty well.
They do.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I think I was about 8 years old, a farmer brought a cow to our school in this trailer, and they opened up the side of the trailer so that all the kids were around, and then he milked the cow.
Oh, wow.
And it looked, we're doing this for you.
Yeah. And it almost comes across like the cow's consenting to it.
Exactly.
Exactly. Oh,
And it didn't even, nothing clicked decades later.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, most people do know that mammals, they're unique in that they produce milk for their young, their live young. But we forget that when it comes to dairy cows. That's how strong that propaganda is.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
forget basic biology. It's pretty wild. Yeah. Well, do you want to talk with the chat with me for a bit? Or did you have something to say? Sorry.
Well, I'm going to go.
Okay, yeah, I'll hold the sign too. Absolutely, yeah. It's just the two of us today. But we're hoping our team, because our team, they all have various things they're healing from, so I'm hoping everybody heals well. So we're missing you. But yes, just Pam and I, the mighty two. Hey, we're live on YouTube. You want to be interviewed? Yes. Okay, no worries. Just looking at you the whole time. Hey. We're live on YouTube. You want to be interviewed? Oh. Hi. Want to answer a few questions? We're live on YouTube. Can I interview you? No? Okay. It's interesting when people just make eye contact and they don't say anything and they just keep walking by. Yeah, and smiling too. You're like, can I get something out of you? A hello at least. People are funny. I get it. I've said this many times. I avoid the Girl Scouts, so I see them selling cookies, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to the other entrance. Hey. How y'all doing? Oh yeah, what's up, Indica Love? Good to see you. Yeah, we're here in Portland, Oregon, at the PSU Farmers Market, and we're trying to just talk to people, our neighbors, about veganism, about treating others with respect, who should be respected, who should be exploited, what do you have to lack in order for exploitation to be moral, and I just want to know if people are living in alignment with their own principles. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to? Me? All right, sounds good. So I'm gonna actually have you stand in this box right here. There we go.
This one?
Yeah, that one there. That should put you in the frame. I guess it got moved a little bit. There we go. Now I got you. Okay. My name's Anna. What's your name?
Dawn.
Dawn. Lovely to meet you, Dawn. So what brought you out here today?
Well, I love playing my trombone.
Oh, I love it.
and
Oh, you were playing earlier?
I was busking right over there.
Oh.
In between the buildings, there's a nice echo for a trombone.
Oh, yeah. Really rich sound there.
Right, yeah.
Oh, man. I'm sorry I missed it. I love that rich
I'm gonna
sound.
start up again over there.
Good. Okay, I do love hearing people playing. I'm going to put this down. All right, so real quick, I'll bust through it quick so you can get to your corner. What do you think about the power dynamic between the powerful and the powerless? Do you think that someone who has an advantage should have the right to oppress those that don't have that advantage?
No, in fact, I think those that have power have a responsibility to take care of those who do not have the power.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
This is going to sound kind of repetitive, but bear with me. What if the one being oppressed can't speak the same language?
Oh, actually, I have experience with that because I've lived in Spain and I don't speak much Spanish. And so, actually, do you mean literally the same language or do you mean figuratively?
Well, like maybe you just can't communicate with them.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It just takes more patience and more effort,
Yeah.
but it's not an unbridgeable gap. It
Right,
really is not.
Right. It's not a justification for someone to violate you.
No, in fact, when someone is speaking a different language, I'm fascinated. I want to know about the culture. I'm curious. That makes me curious.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if, this is going to sound weird, what if the oppressor is a different species? Like, let's say some aliens come down and they want to oppress us.
Or you mean kind of like humans and the rest of the planet? Yeah. I think that's just a point of ignorance where if someone comes to a place, they should view themselves as a guest
Yeah.
or even as a caretaker in some cases. And so, I know in the Bible it says, have dominion over the earth. And I'm not sure exactly what that was supposed to mean, but I don't think that's what it's supposed to mean.
There's actually an interesting documentary on that very point. It's called Christspiracy, if you're ever interested in it.
Oh.
Really well, regardless of what your faith is, it's actually a really great documentary. Definitely check it out. They look at the ancient sea scrolls and they look at that word dominion, and it actually, the original word has multiple meanings. So you're right on. So you made a great point. You're like, this is very similar to humans to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
What do you think about how we use other animals for like food, clothing, entertainment, vivisection? Would you agree that, I mean, it sounds like you do, that we're the oppressors and they're the oppressed?
Yeah, and in the early days of man, we relied on hunting.
Yeah.
But we also relied on gathering.
Sure.
So there was also the fruits and berries part then, right? And so I have no problem with milking a cow. And, it doesn't, that milk's not intended for me, I know that. But there's no real harm done, right? So,
we could talk about that.
I could go, okay, right, because the calf and all that.
Right, exactly. She's a mammal, right?
Right, as a mammal, yeah.
She'll always have to give birth in order to produce milk.
Produce more milk.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But cheese is so good.
I know. No, I hear you. There is definitely a pleasure factor involved, but
Eggs too. Eggs are the same.
yeah,
thing.
yeah. When you think about the chickens, they're being born with this handicap, and they're going to forever be reliant on your care, right? They'll never be independent. Is that ever fair? You think, to birth someone into existence to do that?
Well, if you're committed to taking care of them, yes.
So, like, if you knew ahead of time, like you purposely were going to make someone be dependent on you, is that fair?
That's a good question. When you put it that way, it sounds very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because they don't get a choice, right?
Right. They don't get a choice.
Yeah.
The whole thing about domesticating animals is about humans then becoming a caretaker, but then taking advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, have you heard of the word vegan before?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I figured. What does it mean for you?
For me, it means that whatever you eat causes no harm to animals.
Close. It's not so much harm. That's more utilitarian. It's exploitation. We're against the unfair use.
Right.
So, I don't want to be exploited because I'm sentient, regardless of my intelligence or what I look like, right? Where I come from. And I'm just saying that because they are sentient, I'm pointing at nothing, but the animals, because they're sentient as well, they care about what's happening to themselves.
Yes.
So even if they're unaware of it, it's not fair to exploit them, because I wouldn't want that done to me. Does that align with your own principles?
Like I said, I still struggle with the milk and cheese and eggs, but I would say yes, and I would also say that this goes kind of hand in glove with the phenomenon of people getting disconnected from nature. Mm-hmm. The more we live in the built environment and the less we get out to the forests and the wild areas, we don't even realize that everything around us that's built is artificial.
Yeah.
It's not part of the natural world. And so to reclaim man as part of the natural world, vegan makes perfect sense. Yeah.
There's actually a study on this, and I'll give you cards you can find this. It's a long name of a study, but it's called Reducing Food's Environmental Impacts Through Producers and Consumers. Like I said, that's a mouthful,
Right.
but I'll give you a card so you can find it.
All right.
So that study found that we could actually rewild the land equivalency of North America and Brazil combined, and at the same time feed 10 billion humans if everyone transitioned to a plant-based diet.
Yeah.
So we could have nature blossom
Right.
if everyone went plant-based.
And the humans would probably be healthier.
Oh yeah, we probably have healthier
a
outcomes.
lot less weight to carry around.
Yeah. But the main part would be that we wouldn't have to exploit someone, wouldn't have to enslave someone for needless things that we can get from other sources.
Right.
Would you be willing to watch a documentary?
Sure.
Awesome, I'll give you the card. So this card has a lot of information on it. The documentary is right here. It's listed the name, so you can look it up on YouTube if you wish.
Okay.
But you can also scan this, it'll take you right to it.
Yeah.
There's also, if you decide after watching that you want to take action but you don't know where to start, this is called the Vegan Daily Dozen. You can also Google it as well. But this shows you the serving sizes, little boxes, and everything you need to get everything on a whole food plant-based diet. You can find everything here, in fact.
Yeah.
And then on the front is just our website, and it does list some great websites that are also helpful resources.
Great.
Awesome. So if just you're willing to watch that documentary on the back?
Absolutely. And
Fantastic.
I try to remember this word all the time.
Yeah, cruciferous.
I'm like broccoli, cabbage.
Exactly. Brussels sprouts. Yeah, crux.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, one last question. I'll let you go.
Yep.
How many more animals would you prefer be exploited for you? Is it more than 0?
Oh. I guess not.
Yeah.
I even think about like sheep, and I know they're not very intelligent, just like you said.
Yeah, yep.
They're not intelligent, however, they probably are sentient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting thing about sheep is that we've bred them to not shed their wool. So now they're, again, see, they're dependent
stuck.
on us. Yeah. So that's where that, yeah, that's why we don't support it. But there are sanctuaries you can support the animals that way if you, feel like you want to help them. There are other avenues, but going vegan is the best thing you can do for sure. You can save 100 to 300 animals, so it's huge.
That is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate. What was your name again?
Dawn.
Dawn. This was such a lovely conversation. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate your honesty. And like I said on that card, if you go to our website,
Yeah.
it says we're live. You can click on it. Shows you the live, so you can rewatch it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck, and I'll see you busking in
right.
probably a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
Yeah. You have a good day.
You too.
Thank
Bye.
you. Oh, that was fantastic. Oh, what a great conversation. I'm over the moon right now. That was amazing. Could you hear me? I don't know if it was. Okay. Yeah, he was an honest person, just a straight, honest actor. Yeah, and he's going to look at the resources and, yeah.
Oh, we're going 2 for 2 right now.
I know, right? Woo! I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah, because your conversation, she took a card and her daughter's vegan, right?
And she was,
And she's vegetarian.
she was very moved.
Yay! Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, 2 for 2. Yes. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you, Jake, for talking to people in the chat. I definitely can get carried away, obviously that's why I'm here, but I also want to answer the questions, so thank you for doing that. It's more like they're willing to go look into resources, something that they're not really sure about, right? Some people have preconceived notions, and it's like, are they correct? They should definitely double check them. You don't need to sign up for anything on my card. It's just going onto a website that has resources. Speaking of resources, I was talking about Jake. Go to animaljustice21.org. Great resource for finding community and reflecting on the ethical reasons to go vegan. We can break down plant fibers. Well, I guess fiber specifically we can't break down, but it's very beneficial, and they find that those that consume the most fiber tend to live longer and have healthier years of life. Yeah, so even though you may have some religious authority giving you permission to do something, the animals feel. We have scientific evidence that animals care about what happens to themselves. They have the preference to not feel harm and to continue to feel positive experiences, right? So regardless of what your God says, the victim says, I don't want this, and that should be respected. Also, I can join your religion as a vegan, so can you. Hey, doing interviews. Want to be interviewed? Hi. Oh, I see. They're together. Okay. Yeah, so we're at a farmer's market. We're here telling people you can get everything you need from this market right now, in fact. Again, so regardless of if your faith leader gives you permission, whoever your authority figure is, whoever says it's okay, that doesn't matter. What matters is the victim's perspective. Do they want it to happen, right? That's where you need permission. Hi, we're doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? We're doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? Okay, all right. Enjoy your day. Thank you. I appreciate kind people. Yeah, dominion is not permission for exploitation. In fact, when you're quoting the Bible, isn't this a book of peace, mercy, benevolence? How do you take someone's life with those adjectives? I don't know if I can do that from here. Oh, there it is. So those that are worried about medical procedures that other people are getting on other bodies, not theirs, they can calm down, because that's not what's happening in this video. We're talking to people about animals, talking about the exploitation that you perpetuate on a daily basis, multiple times a day, in fact. Hey, we're doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? Okay. Well, if you change your mind, I'm here. Aw. There's a sweet papa dog with him. Oh, there's another doggy. Oh, I hope that collie's okay with that. Being shoved in a little bag. And who's right? Well, I'm just saying that, anybody who practices a religion, typically it comes from a place of peace and wanting, mercy and a positive, calm, not necessarily calm, but just like a peaceful environment among each other. That's what usually religion is like coming together so that you can brave the hard times. And, I don't know why suddenly your religion would promote violence, unnecessary violence, in fact, to someone so innocent that can't escape, right? I just can't believe that would be what any God would want. I am not on antidepressant meds or anxiety meds. The only thing that I take are some vitamins sometimes. Yeah. Even if I was taking medicine, even if I was taking depression or anxiety meds, that doesn't make me a lesser person, and it doesn't reflect that it's just my diet. Like, those things can be affected by so much. Your living situation, your family, the environment, the political environment even, the climate environment. Hi!
I'm curious what this is.
Yes, are you guys over 18 at least?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm live on YouTube. Okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
I was really curious how you are live IQ testing people?
Oh, no, it's not an IQ test.
Okay, what is it?
It's just asking if you're fair or not. Are you okay to be live on YouTube?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. I'll have you stand right there. And you're welcome to stand next to her, or you can, just so you know, you see yourself on. There you go. Okay, cool. Let me put my sign down. All right, so the question comes down to, well, first off, let me introduce myself. I'm Anna. What's your name?
I'm Lauren. Nice to meet
Lori,
you.
lovely to meet you as well. Did you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Laken. I'm Laken.
Lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you both.
I love your earrings, by the way.
Thank
Those are
you.
super cute.
Yes, I got them on Etsy. I love glass, so I had to have little cuties in my ear. We're just asking people about the dynamics between the powerful and the powerless.
Yeah.
Do you think that somebody that has an advantage, maybe their IQ, maybe they're really strong, do you think that gives justification for the one with the advantage to oppress the one that doesn't have the advantage? So, like, if I can make it clear, does this strong guy have the right to do what he wants to her because she's weaker?
No.
Yeah, I agree. What if the one being oppressed can't speak the language? They can't communicate at all. Would it then be justified to exploit them?
No. That's why we have collective power structures.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's good to have everyone's voice heard. What if the oppressor is actually another species, like aliens come down and they want to oppress us humans? Would that be morally just, in your opinion?
I mean, no.
I agree. I'm right there with you. So what about when it comes to the animals that we use for food, clothing, entertainment? We test on them for vivisection or the circus or the zoo. Would you agree that we're the powerful in that situation and we're oppressing the powerless?
I don't believe animals have consciousness the same way we do. I do think animals should be treated like humanely. Obviously, animal abuse is bad.
Yeah, because their experiences still matter, right?
Yeah, like I would never want an animal to be treated badly.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I'll eat eggs.
Yeah, so dairy and eggs, they actually do kind of have this hiddenness to them. Because when you see the chickens, you just see happy chickens on the grass, right? They're just doing their thing, and sometimes they lay
I
eggs.
get my eggs from like my chickens. So
Yeah, so I imagine you take really good care of your chickens, right?
yeah.
Where are their brothers? So evolutionarily speaking, for every hen, there should be a male chicken. What do you think happens to the male chickens in the egg industry?
I don't actually think that's how those ratios work.
It is. Yeah. So there's actually statistics on this. Billions of male chicks are ground alive because they're useless to the egg industry. It's really heartbreaking.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's videos of it. It's
Yeah.
like just fully right into
We
a
should
blender.
regulate that.
I mean, so the thing that we would do is just stop chickens from reproducing because that's what's happening is we just have these males that we have to feed then, and no one wants to feed males that don't give anything back, right? Because farmers
Yeah,
are in it to
so
make money.
Would you recommend regulating that, or?
I would say we
like-
shouldn't be exploiting chickens.
Okay, so how would you stop the exploitation of chickens?
Don't buy any more eggs, don't buy any more chickens.
Okay, so consumer boycott, and then what?
Like for your chickens, for example? Good. So for example,
Like
when chickens lay eggs, it takes a lot of nutrients. I'm sure you know this. It takes a lot of nutrients out of their body, right? How often do your chickens lay eggs?
It's like once a week. It's honestly mostly my parents that take care of them.
That's
This
okay.
is a little embarrassing.
No, that's okay. It's not about what you do or don't know. It's more about a lot of stuff is hidden from us is all.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, no, I shouldn't have even.
I know it's all good. So when it comes to the chickens, right? Where did you get your chickens?
I think we got them from like a farmer's market or something.
Okay. Yeah, so if it's even a small farm, sometimes if they don't have access to a grinder, they'll tie them off in a bag, just suffocate them, crush them, drown them, whatever. Some farms will raise the males for a little while and then sell them off, but then they still get their life taken from them because they're useless. They're just a little bit of flesh.
And we can say that about all men. Amen.
Yeah, fair enough. But we shouldn't exploit them, right? We shouldn't use someone unfairly for our benefit when it's not in their best interest, right?
Yeah, I mean, Yeah.
Well, so I'm not here to judge you for you having chickens. It's more like those chickens when they lay eggs, this is where we were, use a lot of resources. You can actually feed some of those eggs back to them. But the crucial thing would be to get them to actually reduce to not laying eggs at all. It actually shortens their life. And if you had any other companion bird and you took them to the vet and like, my bird is laying eggs, they would tell you, get that bird to stop because it will end their lives if they keep going. So,
I mean, yeah, but sometimes I like eating eggs. You know, it's like you gotta pick and choose your battles.
sort of, it's more
No,
like because you have these chickens, you can see them as a someone, right? They're unique. Each one has a personality.
They're real stupid though.
Yeah, but does intelligence justify oppressing someone?
There's no humans that have the intelligence of a chicken.
There are. There's people that are not as smart as chickens. All they care about is being comfortable. They're cared for, but if I was to utilize someone who isn't very smart and I was just like, maybe I'm shaving their head every day because I want to make wigs or something, would that be moral? Like, would that be fair to them to just use their body for my benefit?
I think it's a false equivalency.
Why is it
I
false?
don't think you should treat animals poorly, but animals are not the same as humans, like brain structure wise.
If you don't need to use them, though, isn't using them exploiting them?
I think there are people who need to use them.
Do you?
I think, in terms of the things that I can eat, I think it would be. I have tried to reduce the amount of meat in my diet, and that works for me.
Okay. Why would you
There's-
reduce, though?
Because don't let good be the enemy of perfect, right? Sorry, perfect be the enemy of good.
Well, ask the
If you
victim,
can't-
right?
Yeah, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. If you
What does
can't
that mean,
cut out
though?
everything at once because it would stop you from like being able to eat healthily.
Yeah, I have resources I can show you. You can get everything you need on a whole food plant-based diet just here at the market. That's a checklist to get everything you need from Whole Foods.
I appreciate that. That's also really
So
expensive.
here's the thing, though. It's not actually. It's actually, if you do this one, it'll be 30% cheaper. You could go to a grocery store. You don't need to shop at a farmer's market. It's just nice if you can because you can
just
support
like-
your community.
I think it's important to encourage people to make the steps that they can make if you want to like get them to.
Okay, but look at it from the victim's perspective, not yours. What if you were the victim? What would you want your oppressor to do? Keep using you or stop?
I think that I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't think veganism is bad.
Yeah, I know. I hear
If
you.
I had more time and energy, I would push myself towards that. And
Would you accept this excuse from your oppressor?
I think that if someone in a position of privilege is taking steps to reduce the amount of harm they do, I think that's a good thing.
To you, though, they're going to keep using you.
Where do you get your sweatshirt from? Where do you get your pants from? Where do you get
I-
your shoes from?
So my choices don't affect your choices.
Your clothes are made by oppressed people.
They're not.
Yes, they are.
What's the brand of my shirt then? wearing a sweatshirt.
I'm
You know,
guessing-
what is it?
Why don't you tell me? Do you know?
You apparently know. You told me it was made by slaves.
I am, if it's part of the fiber industry or anything.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not saying we're,
what if
like,
I
guiltless
source
from
it?
this.
What if I source it from reliable sources?
What if?
Yeah.
What if I get my chickens
So
from
shouldn't we-
reliable sources?
If we
That's
have
not, like,
alternatives,
it's not the same thing.
if we have alternatives or can go without, isn't the more moral choice to not exploit someone?
Yeah. Sure.
I'll leave it at that. You have a good day. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Cool.
Yeah? Here, I'll give you the cards. You can find the live. You can rewatch it later.
Yeah, I probably won't, low-key, but...
It's all right. I think you do hear me, that animals feel that we should care.
I think exploiting animals is bad.
I agree. I agree.
I think most people think that.
I think so too. I think you're right. Yeah, I think most people do.
Regulate the industry.
That's just regulating slavery.
I think... Yeah, but that's how you, like, make steps to improve the most. That's
Just
how you
abolish
ma- that's
slavery.
how
You abolish
get the-
slavery. You don't regulate it, you abolish it. Right? Do those slaves deserve to be prolonged in their slavery, or do they deserve immediate liberation?
I think abolishing would be good, but you take the steps you can.
How do we reach abolishment?
By at least reducing it first and introducing the idea.
No,
You
that
gotta
that
push the
prolongs.
Overton
That
window.
prolongs their enslavement. You can walk away. I'm not trying to hold you. I'm just trying to answer your statements. I felt the same way when I first learned about this, honestly. I read a book called Skinny Bitch, and it told me, about all these ways to get skinny, but then I learned about what's happening to the animals. And I was like, oh, we don't even need to use them. Why are we putting them through this? There's a documentary on there called Dominion. You can look it up. It's free on YouTube. And it just shows you standard practice. And I encourage anyone, regardless of what you're going to do, to watch that. It's a really important documentary everyone should see. I appreciate your time. Yeah, you guys have a good day. It was a little tougher, but that's okay. I think that she'll go check out the resources. It's okay. I'm glad that we had the conversation, and I'm appreciative that she stopped by, because it's scary to talk to strangers. So, especially ones with all this metal in their face.
Well, that's what the chat says.
Oh, is that what they say all the
No,
time?
no,
Yeah,
I
that
get
is true. They're like, nose ring theory. Well, if nose ring theory is, respecting others, then hell yeah, bring it on. I am totally for nose ring theory.
Well, I had a good conversation and a not so good conversation.
Oh no! What was the? Well, tell me about them. Oh, here.
Well, the first one was a little kid was very curious about this thing.
Yeah. A lot of people are always curious about this
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
And he was reading it and asking, I think, mom, what it meant.
Yeah.
So the mom was explaining to them what all these words meant.
Yeah.
And then he came up to ask about it, and he showed this side too, and he was super curious. And so it turned out that that kid decided last week they weren't going to eat animals anymore without understanding what this sign meant.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
on their own. Oh, I
Yeah.
love those stories.
And I give them a resource card, and hopefully they look it up.
They check it
and
out.
Yeah.
I bet they will. If their kid is actually genuinely like, oh, I bet they will.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Cool. What about your other
And
conversation?
the other one was somebody I recognized talking to another person in our group, and the message did not go through.
Oh.
As I asked after that conversation, did you consider
Yeah.
going vegan? And then they said something like, well, animals eat animals and things like
Yeah.
that. All the old
Well, this is the
stuff.
same old tropes. Here we go on the trope merry-go-round.
Yeah, yeah. So that conversation didn't go so well.
Oh, that sucks. Well, the kid though, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Especially so young, like they're gonna have way fewer victims, over their whole lifetime. Yeah, it's huge.
It's like, why does it say 87? And
Yeah, they were actually asking, like, is this an IQ test? How are you IQ testing people? Yeah, and I was like, oh, it's not an IQ test. That could be why people maybe are afraid. They're like, I don't want to know that I'm stupid.
yeah.
I wouldn't want to know either. Well, I do want to know, but it's okay.
No, I don't want to know.
You don't want to know?
I don't want to know.
I would totally feel intimidated, though, to have my IQ tested on a live. Right in front of everybody. Oh, yeah, she's dumb. Yeah, that would be hard.
I will say I did once do an online IQ test, and I think I was doing okay, but then the page ended, and I was too dumb to scroll up to the next questions, and it was a time test.
Oh, no. So it was like you missed all those other questions.
So I don't know if my IQ,
If your IQ is accurate.
Makes it to the 3-digit level.
Yeah, right? Like, where is it at? Oh, man. It makes me want to go look for one myself and see if I can pass it.
Definitely scroll.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to learn from your mistakes. I'm going to think of Pam and be like, okay, I got to make sure I'm scrolling. Oh, man. Oh, those little things. That does happen. Thank you, Ben, for maintaining the chat. Exactly. Be vegan, not violent. So we're here in beautiful Portland, Oregon at the PSU Farmers Market. Lots of people walking around. I expected it to be sunnier, but it's actually a pretty nice, comfortable, like good sweatshirt weather. So yeah, feeling pretty good about that. Oh, I have coffee too. Oh, Pam was so amazing and got coffee. Mm. That's okay. No one is stupid. It's more like maybe we're ignorant at some point and we need to be educated, but once you learn it, that's fine. I think someone is stupid when they ignore what they know just to get what they want and it's harming others. Yeah, if you really want to learn more about what vegan really means, definitely check out Jake Lagaterre's animaljustice21.org. Really great resource. I am vegan. I've been vegan 10 years. I was vegetarian before that. I learned about what was happening to the animals in slaughterhouses, and then I learned what has to happen for dairy to happen. And when I realized that, I just dropped everything. Eggs, I also kind of learned about those at the same time as dairy, that they're bred with this handicap, not only to be dependent on you, but to carry this weight every day. And as soon as that starts to dry up, most of the time people take their lives, put them in a soup. So that's not respect. And yeah, it can be hidden that they're being exploited, but when you really look to it, if you were to try to she said I would. If you could imagine trading places with them though and ask yourself, is it still humane when you're the victim and you realize it's not, then it's not humane for them either. Yeah, it costs nothing to be kind to animals. It's literally, being vegan is an inaction. I am not purchasing something. It's it. I'm not supporting something. Okay, I thought I heard some kind of a sound. Oh, it's just nearby. It's just bouncing off the wall. It sounds like my phone is talking.
I know.
We're doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? Okay. We're live on YouTube. I just don't know if you want to be in the shot, just so you know. Yeah.
All right, so if we
You're fine there. Yeah. It's just like right here. I mean, trying your best instead of allowing yourself, because I know there's going to be mistakes that happen. That's not what I'm talking about. Those moments that you give in to this feeling of wanting to use an animal, remember what they had to go through. And if it's ever hard for you to watch, imagine what it's like to be forced to go through it. What's up?
They can talk, but they can't stand for 5 minutes.
Oh.
Sit down. Another day.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't have my chair with me. Usually I have the stool, but I don't have that here. It's in the car. Yeah, I sometimes bring it just so that we can sit sometimes. But I thought because we had that bench there, it'd be fine. I was considering turning it, but I was like, I don't know if, I don't know. It probably would have been fine, right? Let me turn. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that would work. I could have talked to her right there. Yeah, she could have sat here. No, I feel bad now. That's okay.
We'll be back.
Yeah, maybe they'll be back. We'll be like, we're ready for you. We know what to do. We just didn't know. I have no problem talking to somebody that needs to sit down. I got no issue with that. Nature itself counts meat as food. Who says? The chicken cannot comprehend what you're saying. Yeah, that doesn't matter. That's just intelligence. If we had humans that are nonverbal and low cognition, does that now mean we can exploit them? They have lower cognition than chickens, than fish, who are actually quite sentient, quite conscious. I shouldn't say sentient. Sentient is binary, but they're very conscious. They're very aware of their surroundings. They avoid harm. They soothe themselves when they're experiencing harm. Do you think people actually take you and others seriously with all that meddling faith? I do, actually. I'm in Portland, Oregon, so I'm actually surrounded by many people with that. And if people here don't have jewelry on, they're used to being around people who do have jewelry. So I understand that you probably feel uncomfortable and maybe some weird pleasure feelings looking at me with jewelry, and I know I look that good. But people here, they're used to it. Yeah, I know. You like me. You think I'm gorgeous. I mean, I hate non-vegans that go into vegans' lives and just bully people. Like, what are you doing with your life? You must be really sad. I kind of feel bad for you. They did for a little while. They did legalize a lot of things, and then they remade it illegal. Hey. Got a couple of eyes, but no one wanting to come in. What am I doing with mine? I'm standing up for others. I'm standing up for others' rights. I'm fighting in a movement with other individuals that want rights for individuals. So the thing is, when you use animals, you're literally saying it's okay to use an arbitrary trait like skin color, gender, sexual orientation as a justification to exploit. Species is just another one of those types of categories that's not morally relevant, right? They still care about what happens to themselves just like we do. We don't need to use them, so why are we exploiting them? Like, is that ever fair? Exploitation means to use someone unfairly for your benefit. And these animals are sentient, which means they're having a subjective experience. Yeah? Did you want an interview? Okay, all right, I'll talk to you over here. Just go ahead and stand in that little pink box right there.
Okay.
Awesome, and you'll see yourself in the camera. I might have to move it just because I moved it a second ago. There we go. Yeah, you can just look at me. So my name's Anna. What's yours?
Peter.
Peter. Lovely to meet you, Peter.
You too.
What brought you out here today?
We're just traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
exploring.
Oh, where are you from?
New York.
New York. Wow. Oh my gosh, that's such a faraway place. What do you think of it here?
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, welcome in. Welcome to Portland. I'll start asking you the question. So, we're just asking about the powerful versus the powerless. Do you think that those that have an advantage should have the right to oppress those that don't have that advantage?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I agree. This is going to sound redundant, but what about if the oppressed can't speak? They are nonverbal in any way.
Even so.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, What if the oppressor is another species, like an alien that comes in, wants to oppress humans? Would that be moral in your mind, just because they're a different species?
Species that comes in. No, I don't suppose that should make any difference.
I agree. I'm right there with you. All right, so what about the animals that we use for like food, clothing, entertainment? Would you agree that we're the powerful oppressing the powerless in that situation? Yeah.
100%.
Have you heard of the word vegan before?
Yes.
Okay. What is it? What do you understand it to mean?
Vegan means not using animal products for food or for clothing.
Yeah, it's pretty close. That is the habit that we do. Veganism actually comes from this ethical stance to not exploit others. So, because I'm sentient and I don't want to be exploited, and I know you're sentient, I don't want to demand your exploitation. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Do you agree with those principles?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is it for you that might stop you from leaving this conversation living vegan?
That's not going to happen. Okay. I'm sincerely and severely disturbed by a lot of our farming practices. Okay, and I try to avoid as much as possible consuming products that are made, in a way that I find like especially reprehensible. Like I don't eat veal, I don't eat pork. Recently there's been a lot in the news about like gestation crates, which is like just so sad, and I wish there was more I could do to end that. But
Yeah.
be that as it may, I need to survive, and
Right. Do you think there's something we need from animals that we can't get from other sources that would justify what we do?
That we need? No, I'm sure you can. I'm sure people successfully
for
can
you.
live a. For me, I don't know. I've never tried being vegetarian or vegan, so I have no idea. I mean, meat's always been like chicken is like a staple of my diet. It always has been.
I can understand that.
I
I can understand having a habit and like knowing what you like and enjoying what you do. But when you
It's not about knowing and enjoying. I mean, it's more about. I say because it's a little deeper than that, right?
Okay.
So it's how I stay healthy. I wouldn't have the first idea of how to live a vegan
if I could
lifestyle.
give you a resource, would you be willing to look into
Of
it?
course, I would look into it.
Awesome. Okay.
I would look at it. Sure.
Yeah.
And I'd be open to it.
Yeah. Okay. So have you ever seen what the animals go through?
I've seen like some of the things that I've mentioned
Yeah, it sounds
already,
like it. Yeah,
gestation crates, and other. I think in general, animals are raised really treated really poorly and really
Well, let me
badly,
give you an
and for
example.
food production.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about for dairy cows on the best farms? Do you know what's inherent for dairy?
No.
So she's a mammal and she only produces milk after giving birth, right?
Yeah.
So do you think the farmer waits for her to get pregnant, or does the farmer take it into his own hands?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
So most often they're artificially inseminated. That means the farmer's gloving up and he's penetrating the cow with his arm, and he actually has to also massage a bowl until they come, and they have to use that into the cow. So and then they go and they massage it into her. To me, this is bestiality. I have to use special words because we're also on TikTok. But this is exploiting animals for sexual things, right? That's not moral in my opinion, but this is how we make dairy. So after 9 months of being pregnant, she gives birth, and that's how we get the milk. What do you think happens to her calf?
I don't know.
Yeah, so if he's a male, he's raised for veal. We were talking about veal, that we don't support that. So veal comes from the dairy industry.
Oh yeah.
'Cause for every female, there's going to be a male born, just out of statistics, just the way it works. So the males are useless. They're either raised for maybe 2 years to become veal. It's actually 6 months to 2 years, or they're raised for cheap beef. And then the females, they're just put in these huts. They're separated from their mother because we're using the milk. So they get left into these huts, and they're given an alternative or maybe a bit of their mother's milk, and they're left there until they reach sexual maturity, and then they go through what their mother went through year after year. And cows can live to be up to like 20. Dairy cows often, though, are called downers by the age 6 because being pregnant over and over again is hard on your body. A lot of them will become downers because they fall, their legs splay out because we've bred them to also have huge udders. But even if we didn't do this to them, we're still forcing a family onto somebody so that we can drink her breast milk that's intended for her baby.
Yeah.
Does any of that sound fair?
No, not really.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Can I give you a resource card?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So on the back of this is a documentary. It's just called Dominion. You can look it up. It's free on YouTube. It just shows you standard practice of most of the animals that we use. Would you be willing to watch that on your own
Sure,
time?
I would.
Appreciate that. I got one last question. I'll let you go.
Okay.
How many more animals would you prefer be used for you? Is it more than 0?
You prefer what?
Oh, how many more animals would you prefer be exploited for you? Is it more than 0?
No.
I agree. I think that we share this principle,
Yeah.
and I just want to raise awareness to everyone
Listen,
that.
I wish animals were, I have no doubt in my mind that animals could be raised humanely for food, okay? But they're not. And
How do you humanely raise someone who wants to live?
I mean,
Like, how do you humanely raise them to exploit them?
You give them a natural life, basically, up until the point they're
Can I
slaughtered.
do that with a human?
Of course not.
So what's the morally relevant difference?
I mean, this is the way the world works, right?
But
All animals eat each
that's an
other.
appeal
It's-
to
it's-
like
it's part of
futility.
nature,
You're
right?
just saying that
You're
because
gonna-
the world's not
You're gonna
perfect.
tell the lions it shouldn't eat the zebra?
So
right?
again, this is a fallacy. This is the nature fallacy. You're a moral agent. You know what's right and wrong. You know that when your actions have consequences.
I think giving an animal like a humane life and a humane death.
Could you do that to a human?
No, but animals are.
So
not
what's the
human.
morally relevant difference?
I don't know how to explain that. There's a
There
difference
isn't
between
one.
human and
There isn't one. We all care about what happens to us. We want to avoid harm and have that next pleasurable experience. So, I would argue that the only thing we care about in other humans is our sentience. I don't care where you came from, what you look like, what language you speak, what you think about, right? The animals are sentient in the same way.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but most people don't even treat other people this way. So.
But I'm talking to you, right?
Yeah, okay.
You
All
sound,
right.
yeah, you're a fair person. I can hear it that you do care about
Yeah.
others. So I'm just asking you to just check out that documentary.
Yeah,
Ask
I
yourself
will.
what you want to do.
I will.
I
Okay, it's great
appreciate.
talking to
What
you.
was your name
Thank you,
again?
Peter.
Thank you
Okay.
so much. You can rewatch this too on YouTube.
All right, thanks.
Yeah,
Bye.
you have a good day. I appreciate people being willing to look at resources. Oh, dang it. I said bestiality, and I think that got TikTok ended.
Oh.
Although it says congratulations. Like, what? That's weird. Why did it end it? Let's see. If I go live again. Weird. I don't know why it kicked me. Maybe a button got hit. Huh. That was weird.
Back in?
Yeah, we're back in. I don't know what happened. But we'll probably get more people again. Hey, y'all. Oh, I see my name. Can anyone tell me the real reason behind the sudden veganism movement? Not the saving animals answer. The real reason you're out there in every country asking politely. Because of the animals. Vegan activism, animal rights activism, has been around for thousands of years. Pythagoras, for example, was an animal rights advocate. So this isn't new. It's just growing. That's what you're seeing is people are more active. Like, I'd say since the 80s, it's been growing. So, like, exponentially. It's been growing the whole time, but really fast, obviously, since the 80s. I think it's because some people realized that they can take more straight-on action, and then others saw that that direct action, and were inspired. That's what I think happened. That's how I felt. I saw others being active, and I was like, I can do that. I want this atrocity to end for animals. I don't want them to be exploited anymore. Yeah, nose ring theory. It means respect others. We're here in Portland, Oregon at the PSU Farmers Market. My TikTok live went down. I don't know why, but I'm back. So we're here just asking our neighbors about their morals, about who should be respected and who should be exploited. And most people agree that we shouldn't exploit anybody, regardless of their intelligence or what they look like or where they come from. And most people agree that if we can avoid exploiting someone or go without whatever we need from that exploitation, the more moral choice is to not exploit that someone. Hi. Looking at an hour, it looks like. So for the audience that's in here, I appreciate you being here too. Make sure you're tapping the screen. Make sure you share if you can. Comment if you have a question. Thank you. I'm not trying to debate, but it's more like it's just so true and so blatantly true that there's just no way around the truth, right? These animals feel. That's it. Animal slavery is wrong for the same reasons that human slavery is wrong, you know? Hey, what's up, Daniel Broccoli? Exactly. What is preventing you from being vegan? Exactly. It's so easy to not exploit. It's more like when I'm talking to people and they're telling me their reasons why they're not vegan, I want to know what the truth is, because sometimes they have these preconceived excuses that they haven't really thought about. So I'm kind of trying to poke at that and be like, but how do you really feel about this? Not these thoughts you've been told to have before. Like, really think about it. Is this really in alignment with your own principles? And every time it's not. Like, no, I'm just used to it and it's easy and it gives me pleasure. And I get that. You're not a bad person for those reasons. It's more like knowing that you don't need to use them and pushing past those urges because it respects somebody and their sentience. Doing the right thing isn't always the easiest, but going vegan is quite easy. It's not my opinion, it's your victims' opinions. The animals don't want to be used. It's not about what I want, it's about what they want. They want to be free, they don't want to be exploited, just like you. And because they're sentient, they have that same inherent right to not be exploited. It's just that we're in a system that has normalized it. We're standing across from Lucinda's again. Oh, I need to get some of her little burger mixes. They're so good. I took one of the veggie burger mixes and we mixed it with a Beyond block, and oh, that was so good. We made a giant meatloaf and it was so good. We ate the whole thing. I didn't think we were gonna, and we did. We ate all of it. It was so good. not made to be vegan, you're not any more moral than non-vegans. Yeah, I'm not here for myself. I don't care what you think of me. Just go vegan, right? Regardless of what you think of me, you could think I'm a big stinky face with a poo on my head. I don't care. um, it's just about your actions and what you're supporting, what you're demanding, you know? Exactly. Animals are sentient. They're having a subjective experience, and that's all that matters. Well, your daughter must have found the really good vegan treats. That's fine. You can be any body type you want to be and vegan. So it's not about diet. It's about supporting someone's exploitation. You can be really buff and vegan. You can be really skinny and vegan. You can be just a healthy weight and vegan. You can be really fat and vegan. You can be whatever you want to be. Whatever you want to be. And it's okay to be whatever body type. It doesn't matter. There's no shame. It's just more like, why are we exploiting others? That's the only issue. I am anti-seafood as far as like the sentient beings. You can eat sea vegetables. That's okay. Yeah, Plato was another one, right? Pretty sure he was also an animal rights advocate. A veggie loaf, not a meatloaf. No, it was a meatloaf. I did add some veggies to it. I do know that the meatloaf was made from plants, but it was very meaty. Like no one would be able to tell the difference, really. So, dude, Pam is so good at getting people to talk. I need her secret. I don't know. She's so welcoming. Yes, the trawlers. But even if someone's fishing with just a line, right? What if I was to hang out by the lake and I just grab a dog and I put their head underwater? It's the same thing. I'm going to take them home and clean them, right? I'm going to peel them apart and crack them open and eat them. Would that be moral? I don't think so. I think that'd be horrifying to watch someone doing that to another being. And we do that to fish just because they don't scream. Well, at least they don't scream the way we think screaming is. But they do. They feel pain. They avoid suffering. They prefer to be around those that they know and that they've gotten accustomed to. Actually, the dog meat industry is equally as cruel as what we do to cows, pigs, chickens, fish, turkeys, goats, etc. Hi, we're doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? No? All right. Yeah, so vegans don't demand bugs be unalived in crop fields, if that's what you're meaning. We're against the exploitation, so we're not hunting the bugs. We're not raising the bugs so that we can use them. We're not demanding that they go into those combines or wherever they're getting harmed, right? What we do is they just happen to be there. And honestly, a lot of these creatures are actually quite intelligent. When they hear a loud sound, they move away from it. And they've done studies on this, like field mice tend to run out of the field. They're not actually getting harmed by the equipment. They're getting predated upon. And the thing is, if the farm wasn't there, there would still be animals living there and being predated upon. So far the science basically shows we don't know if it would be more or less than if that land was wild. So I don't even know if it's actually causing a harm. But that being said, I do think that we should improve our farming methods. We should be conscious of those that are living in the area. There's actually a method called veganic farming. And there's actually someone on TikTok, I think he's also on YouTube, it's Ben the Vegan Farmer, great animal rights advocate, and talks about this, how to grow veganically and how to get a decent amount of produce. Hi, you want to have a conversation?
How long will it take?
5 minutes?
Oh, probably not. I'm with a bunch of people.
Oh, okay. If you change your mind, we'll be here for a while.
Thank you.
So, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for stopping by. So I lost my train. Oh, so the bugs. So if we actually stop farming animals, we stop enslaving animals, we would reduce how many crop deaths we have, right? Because we don't need to feed the animals, and they eat way more than humans. And even the crops then that we further continue to grow, we can improve how we grow them. We can grow them vertically or indoors. We can take crop deaths down to zero. You cannot remove the exploitation from using animals, though. Did you want to talk about your conversation? Or if you had anything? Say again?
Maybe not.
Oh, okay, that's fine, that's fine.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
so she stopped the She stopped the conversation.
Oh,
when
no.
she found out where it was going.
Oh,
And said that she's trying to become vegan.
okay.
And I asked her what was the blocking, what she was finding challenging, and apparently there are some meat dishes that she finds hard to give up. And
Yeah.
so I was asking to weigh the pleasure and comfort with what was going on,
And that's when she left.
yeah, she said she couldn't
Yeah.
deal with it.
It's interesting that she ran away. That tells me that she knows she can't defend those choices. You know, she's like, I can't say anything that
Yeah,
justifies
she
it.
admitted it, yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's so sad because it's like you're literally saying, I will remain ignorant. Like you're fighting information because you know what you're doing is already wrong. That's so sad.
she did take a card.
That's good. Okay. Maybe
And,
on her own time, after a minute of really reflecting, maybe she'll actually check the resource out. Yeah. You're so, honestly, Pam, I was even telling the audience, I'm like, gosh, I need your skill of being able to talk to people. You're so good.
But I can't talk to you guys.
Right? They don't deserve you. Oh, goodness. All right. Imagine people hating someone speaking against abuse. I agree, right? Like that really does confuse me. No. There's to vegan farming. So veganic farming is where you're actually trying to not cause harm. I mean, existing, you're going to cause harm. This veganism is not a harm reduction movement. It's about not exploiting others and recognizing that your actions have consequences and just being mindful of them. So it's okay to defend your crops. It's okay to defend yourself. If someone came at me, was attacking me, and I can't get them off of me, and the last resort is to take their life, that's okay. I'm still vegan. Self-defense is okay. If I'm protecting the crops that are going to keep me alive, that's okay. You know, I'm going to protect. As a vegan, though, my first step would be deterrence. I'm going to put plants down that deter the pests that I'm trying to avoid. I'm going to put trap crops out, which are crops that you basically sacrifice to the bugs so that they just devour the trap crop instead of the crops that you want to use. There's mixing things together, right? Because they protect each other and they strengthen each other. It's a lot of different techniques that are usable, but most farmers are not vegan. Triple vegan burger, yeah, spin. If you're vegan and pro-abortion, you're a hypocrite. Well, that's fine if you want to think that, but are you vegan? Genesis 9 records a permission, not a command. Eden began with plants, and God's kingdom ends with no death. I'm interested in God's ideal, not just his temporary concessions. Yes, that's what it sounds like. Concessions, that's a perfect word for it. It sounds like once sin entered the world, like God was making concessions on his ideal world, which was the Garden of Eden, which was perfect, supposedly. Pam's talking to somebody else now. I'm so impressed. Come around here. Trying to get pictures. Okay, guys. So who's in here? If you're a vegan, put a 1 in the chat. If you're not vegan but curious, put a 2 in the chat. And all those other people, put a 3. Yeah, so...
Okay, what's your experiment?
Yas, are you okay to be live on YouTube?
Pardon?
Are you okay to be live on YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll have you stand in this little box right here.
Yeah.
And then let me know if you're uncomfortable or anything. Let me put my sign down. My name's Anna. What's yours?
Ed,
Ed, lovely to meet you, Ed. What brings you out here?
I love Portland and I love the outdoors. I love the connections that people make. I love the food and the variety.
All those things.
All those things.
All those things. Yeah, Portland is great for all of that, especially this market, like, especially today. I've never seen so many people out here. I was expecting more sun, but the people, my gosh, there's so many of them.
It's wonderful. And they have my favorite gluten-free goodies.
Yes. This is definitely a great place to find gluten-free, delicious treats.
Absolutely.
So what do you think about the dynamics between the powerful and the powerless, do you think that someone who has some advantage, whatever that is, maybe
Absolutely.
they're strong, do you think they have the right to oppress the powerless?
Never.
I agree.
Never.
I'm right there with you.
Never.
What about, and just bear with me, this might sound repetitive.
That's right.
What if the one being oppressed can't speak up for themselves? They can't communicate. Is it okay to oppress them?
No, it's never okay.
I agree. What if the one doing the oppressing is a different species, like aliens come down and they want to oppress humans for whatever reason? Would you find that moral because they're a different species?
I would still find that offensive and immoral, no matter what.
Same. So what about when it comes to the animals that we use for food, clothing, entertainment, vivisection, circuses? Would you agree that we're the powerful oppressing the powerless in that situation?
No, because I have to think that one has to take into consideration biology, one has to take into consideration food, and how we feed the masses. So I think there's critical issues related to that.
Yeah. If I could give you a resource, or you found out that humans can thrive on a plant-based diet, and actually the world would be greener if we had everyone on a plant-based diet, would that change your mind?
I've already started on a plant-based diet.
That's beautiful.
About a year ago.
What got you started on a plant-based diet?
My health.
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
you can definitely have health benefits from eating plant-based for sure.
It's wonderful, and I wish there were more.
Yeah. What about when it comes to like circuses or zoos or testing cosmetics on animals? Do you think that's ever fair?
That's offensive.
Yeah, I agree.
Should be outlawed.
Why do you find it offensive? I agree with you. I just want to know why you think it is.
Because of the issue of cruelty.
Yeah.
And you can just see it in the way the animals behave.
Yeah.
And I think that's atrocious.
Yeah.
And then it's used for entertainment, which is communicating a horrible message to the public.
Couldn't agree with you more. Exactly. When I'm healing, if there's a rehabilitation, I don't want people pressing their face on glass looking at me, right? I want to heal in peace. Okay, so we agree then that using animals for entertainment is not good. Vivisection is not good. What about for fashion? Do you think it's okay to raise animals just to use them for their fur, their skin?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't believe in that.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like you're pretty. Have you heard the word vegan before?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
What do you understand it to mean?
I just think I do it. I just eat pretty much plant-based things.
Yeah. Okay.
And I stay away from any sort of meat. I do eat fish, you know, but that's sort of how I define vegan for me.
I see.
Yeah.
So interestingly enough, the term vegan was coined in the 40s, and it actually comes from an ethical root. It means to not exploit others. Like, I don't want to demand someone else's exploitation. Do you agree with that principle?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, it sounds like
Absolutely.
it. Yeah. But when it comes to the fish, what in your mind makes it okay to continue to use fish?
Because I think one has to have some sort of diet for eating. And if you look at thousands and thousands of years ago, people lived off the sea.
Yeah.
And that's how the species survived. And I don't think that that is immoral. How we are immoral is when the Japanese go spearfishing for the whales.
Well, it would be the same for the fish, right? The whales, the fish, they all want to live.
Well, but theirs is on a total different circumstance. Ours, or not ours, the other one where people eat the fish is to be sustained.
But
There is an element of inhumanity related to the whole issue of how larger species are caught from the sea.
I don't disagree. I've seen what you're talking about. Americans, all countries, honestly, if you see how they treat fish, you'd see that there's actually quite a similar parallel. And this comes from a mindset. It's from looking at animals as objects.
Yeah.
So a whale, a fish, people that are pulling them out of the water just see them as resources, regardless of how big they are, right?
Yeah.
What matters, though, is those individuals care what's happening to themselves. And we have alternatives. Like, the things that we get from fish, they get from sea vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we could, too. We could just eat the sea vegetables directly and allow the fish to continue to swim free, right?
We could.
Yeah. Wouldn't the more moral choice in the idea of having an alternative or being able to go without be the more moral choice to not exploit someone?
Absolutely, and sounds like you've already taken a position on this.
Yes, so I'm out here. I think actually we all share this opinion. I think
Yeah.
that we all agree we shouldn't exploit each other
Yeah.
because we all care about each other. Can I give you a card?
Yes.
'Cause you've been so honest and fantastic. Okay, so this has a lot of resources. Back here is a documentary I ask everyone to watch, regardless of what you're going to do.
great.
It just shows you standard practice of how we use most animals, and I think we should be informed consumers.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And is contact information?
There is. So on the other side right there is our website. You can either scan those codes or you can just type in the website. This is
great.
and this is on YouTube, so you can rewatch it as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the things that I want to do, I live in a senior living community, is present different perspectives.
Yeah. Do you
on
want a few cards? You
issues.
can hand them to if you want.
Yes.
Awesome. I would love to do that for you.
Yes.
I'll just give you that little stack
Okay.
if you like. I got more of them.
Great.
You got those? Okay. Sorry about that.
Yes.
Yeah. Fantastic. I appreciate you sharing that.
Oh, yes.
And that's all we're doing. We're just trying to share information because I think my
Yeah.
neighbor. Do you want some help? Do you want a hand? Oh. Here, let me hold that
know
for
what?
you.
Let me just.
Yeah.
grab
Take
this and
take
put
you a
this
second.
in my pocket.
I'm absolutely here to help.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right. And I got one last question for you, and I'll let you
Yes.
go. How many more animals do you want exploited for you? Is it more than 0?
Oh, I never like to see exploitation of animals. Never.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I literally think we're a town of people who believe that. So
Yeah.
I just think many of us aren't living those actions out,
Yeah.
you know.
That's why I love living in Portland.
Yes, exactly. We live in a very special corner for sure.
Yeah.
We got a lot of options. Well, thank you. What was your name one more time?
Ed.
Ed. Thank you so much,
And you
Ed.
are?
Anna.
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 Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you,
I
Ed.
appreciate it.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the market.
Love those earrings.
Thank you. Yes, my little ladybugs. Although they have 8 legs, which is weird, so they're like lady spiders. Oh, sorry. Yeah. All right. Well,
good
you have
one.
a good day. All right. So he was already plant-based, but he didn't really make those connections with like fish. But it sounds like he's genuinely going to go check out the documentary, and he's kind of like intrigued. Like there was a moment where he was like, "Oh, maybe this is more in line with my principles." He didn't say it like that, but that's the impression I got from it. So yeah. Oh, do you want to talk to the chat at all? You don't have to if you don't want to. Just
Maybe in a second.
okay. Yeah. I just didn't want you to feel like you had to. You're so good at it too, but I didn't want you to feel like you have to just stand there and reel people in. Okay.
I did talk to somebody for a very short time.
Was
They
it
were
good?
in a hurry.
Oh.
Yeah, they worked They worked in human exploitation field.
Oh, wow,
And
yeah.
thought that the sign was about that.
Yeah, I bet.
And then they took the car.
Nice. They'll probably check it. Honestly, I came from like a human rights perspective a lot. I mean, I was also looking to lose weight and get all skinny and whatever. But yeah, when I was like, it was getting skinny, and then I'm reading about what's happening to the animals, and the human rights things are popping in my head. I'm like, this is the same. What are we doing? Yeah.
Who are these people who go vegan and lose weight?
Oh, yeah.
I have found the opposite to be true because the food is so good.
I lost weight at first because I was eating a lot of garbage junk food before I went vegan. And then I switched, because at the time I didn't know all the alternatives, so I switched to a whole food plant-based diet. So I basically went from eating garbage to eating healthy. So I lost weight because of that. But then shortly after finding all these delicious treats, I definitely have been battling weight gain.
Here, there's
Yes, Portland has so many things. There's bakeries. Yes. Yes. Is the chocolate vegan? Oh, I had no idea. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you just gave me
yeah.
goosebumps.
They
I'm gonna
have,
get in trouble.
they have drinking chocolate too. It's so good.
Oh wow. Ian and I used to go to a drinking chocolate cafe here in Portland, but we were worried that they put milk in there, so we just haven't ever returned. I wonder if that's them.
Oh,
That's amazing if they're always vegan. Oh, that makes me so happy.
yeah, the drinking chocolate is vegan.
That's awesome. Oh, Pam, you just made my day. Oh,
Go check it out. I'll
yeah.
talk to the chat while you go check it out.
oh, you want me to go check it out right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll go. I'll be really fast.
Sorry, you only have me for a minute.
You only get Pam. They all want you.
So, what's up? Let's see. Wow, you guys are so fast.
I know, right? It's okay to like put your finger on there and slow it down if you need to.
Hey, my earrings are not plastic. I just got a new pierce. It's so cool. Let's see. Wow, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, they have vegan steak, and it's actually quite good. All right, let's see. Don't be vegan, be vegan, be vegan. Look into it. Hey, what is your name? Anakin Skadge. Look into what happens to the animals. Watch Dominion. Go to our website and look at the resources. You may become vegan too, and then next time you write, you'll be saying, be vegan, be vegan, be vegan. I hope. All right, let's see. Wait a minute. Tell us your stance on first. Okay, that's not to me, right? Okay. If I am vegan, can I own a dog? Isn't that exploitation? You can't really own a dog. You can have a companion dog, and it will be part of the dog will be part of your family. So, yes, please live with a dog, adopt a dog.
Yes! Oh my gosh, you guys, look! It's all vegan. I got a rose one.
Ooh,
We're gonna crack into it. We'll definitely eat some.
Okay.
Oh, this is a drinking chocolate. We can't eat that, but, but we're definitely gonna devour some of this bar.
Yeah, that looks so good. I haven't tried the rose one yet. Oh, it has actual, look at the bottom.
Oh, look at it, guys. It's so pretty. So awesome. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see it. The wild rose. Ian loves roses, so there you go.
Ooh, thank you.
Yes.
Hey, I lucked out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm struggling in the chat. I'm not very good
Oh,
at
that's
this.
okay. How am I doing? I'm sorry. Oh, wow. That is delicious. They said the rose one's really popular today, too. This is 70%, so it's kind of dark, but oh, so good. Oh my God. The drinking chocolate that they have over there right now, because they have samples and you can get a drink right now. So good. It's on ice, so it's kind of a little bit cool, but oh, so smooth. It was this one. I got. Yeah, it's the only one they have on tap right now. I know that my partner's gonna love that drinking chocolate. Oh, I'm so happy they have. It's all vegan, and they said the owner is vegan, and they only do vegan. I was like, yes, I will totally support you. I didn't know.
This person said if I am vegan, can I own it? I would answer.
Oh yeah. So absolutely taking care of somebody if you have the resources to do so, to give them a rich life, that's admirable. But to seek out a breeder so that somebody's born, to be like the perfect toy for you, or to even go to a shelter and buy someone as just your entertainment, like you're here to entertain me and if you don't, I'll take you back. That's not vegan. But to see that you can give someone help, that they need help, and you might develop some relationship or not, who cares, right? That's vegan. It's like, I can help you and you do you, whether you want to be cuddled or not, right? Let me put my money down. Oh my gosh. Got Highland Lake. Okay. Got my chocolate. Got my microphone. Got my sign.
And I'm so happy eating that chocolate.
I know, right? It
Really
definitely.
good mood.
Exactly. It's got that dopamine drop in there. Ugh. I almost got the Oregon sea salt one. That one also looks good. Yeah. I didn't want to get in too much trouble though. Even it's like, you're gonna get acne. Chocolate gives me acne, but whatever. So good. Oh my gosh. No. Not in the dirt. It's okay. Still out here. We're here in Portland, Oregon. I'm eating some chocolate, some vegan chocolate I just got. It's called Rose, Wild Rose with sea salt. All vegan. The company is called Ma. Yeah, it's called Ma, M-A. So good. Oh, so good. It's tempered and everything. It's so good. Oh, no. Might have to have Pam do the interview. I have chocolate all in my teeth. Wish you could talk to me? Oh my gosh, you're right next to Jake. Yes, you should go hang out with Jake. Oh my god, the chocolate is so good. I had to put it down in case people want to talk to me. Shoot, I don't think I brought my water. Well, that's not good. Shoot, that's not a good thing. Stay hydrated, people. No, that's fantastic that she went vegan. Strange little girl. That's fantastic. Dubs in the chat for your daughter. Amazing. Let's see, is there another comment? Vegan, oh, the chocolate? Oh, shoot, I didn't get a receipt. I don't remember how much it was. It is a farmer's market. I usually expect things in the farmer's market to be a little pricier just because you're buying directly from them. Things are usually cheaper in grocery stores because of the grocery store buying in bulk, so it brings down prices usually. Yeah, I hear you. I understand that cheese can be addicting, but you know, you having an addiction, does that justify violating someone? If I had addiction to rubbing people's chest without permission, that wouldn't give me the right to keep doing it, right? I need to respect others' autonomy. Vegan jewelry, I mean, it's metal, so yes. Yeah, I mean, it's fine to crave a flavor. Like, vegans aren't vegan because they don't like taste. Vegans are vegan because they don't want to cause someone's exploitation. You know, we can get pleasure from other things. Tell me, how old do you think the Earth is? Oh, I don't remember. Lots of years. Many, many, many. I don't remember the exact, so I don't really want to admit how dumb I am on that. If you eat vegetables, you have to kill every creature on that land. That's not true, actually. What happens a lot of the times is these animals run away from the fields when the plants are being harvested. And if you're talking about like pesticides, you have a right to protect your crops. I wouldn't say that pesticides is the best choice, but I would understand someone protecting their crops in the best way they think they can. A vegan would do other steps before resorting to taking someone's life, right? We're going to look at trap crops. We're going to look at alternatives or green manures to put in nutrients into the soil. Green manures are just green compost, or just plant compost, but you can make specific ones that you get a certain heavier nutrient in one or the other. You don't need to use animal byproducts or whatever. So veganism isn't against unaliving someone, it's against exploitation, using someone unfairly for your convenience, your pleasure, whatever. And when you're going for your crops, right, you're not demanding that those bugs be there. In fact, many of them fly away because they know to escape. So it's not about the unaliving, and just because there's harm over here, that doesn't justify exploiting someone over here, right? Just because bugs die in the fields, it doesn't give you a right to enslave a cow, pig, chicken, fish, goat, turkey, whatever. So let's say someone didn't have the ability to cry, but they still felt the same emotions. They still deserve to be respected, right? Other animals go through emotions. They feel suffering, they feel joy, and they don't like to feel suffering. They prefer joy, they prefer to be comfortable. And that's just like us, right? So regardless of their abilities to do one specific thing, what matters is that they care about what happens to themselves. think the issue people have with vegan vegetarian awareness is it's presented in an aggressive way. I mean, what are you talking about? We're just standing on a corner with signs. Who's more extreme, too? Those that are paying for someone to slit a throat, or those standing on a corner with signs saying, hey, it's not okay to slit someone's throat for trivial pleasure? Yeah, vegetarianism is a diet. Veganism is a way of living in that you don't want to demand exploitation in any aspect of life. I don't want to demand cosmetics be tested on somebody, so I check my shampoos, conditioners, soaps, etc. I also don't wear leather, I don't wear fur, I don't use down, I don't use silk, because all of these materials have to come from someone being exploited. What? You are killer no to animal clothes. Yeah, I don't have animal clothes. And I source the new clothes that I get. I try to buy secondhand. I don't buy a lot of new stuff. The only stuff I've bought new is like this sweatshirt, which you can see is totally worn out at this point. It's like 2 years old. Hi, we're doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? You want to be interviewed? Okay, all right. No, so I'm not here for reducitarianism. This all stems from viewing animals as a thing. So to even reduce is to still see them as a thing. It's the same mindset. They're not here for you. They're here with you. Just like your neighbor, just like any other human is. They're not here for you. They're here on their own. They have their own purpose. And you don't need to use them. It's that simple. Extracting a plant kills life there. Oh, again, veganism isn't against killing. It's against exploitation, and plants are not sentient. They don't have a brain or central nervous system. So I'm okay with killing plants because they're okay with it, because they literally don't care. So veganism is not a diet. Veganism is a way of living. I don't wear leather, fur, feathers, scales, whatever. I don't wear any of that. I don't buy cosmetics that are tested on animals. I don't go to entertainments like the circus or an aquarium or the zoo that exploits animals, and I don't consume them. It's just another aspect of life that I avoid exploitation. Yeah, again, it's not about life. They're not sentient. Sentient means you're having a subjective experience of life. You are making preferences. Plants don't make preferences. But calling them someone, come on, they're someone. They're a sentient being. They have their own preferences. You could say if you had 3 dogs here, they have each unique personalities. I would argue what makes someone a person is being sentient. There's someone in there having an experience. It blows my mind that people are so bothered to call animals someone. What do they lack? What is it they lack to be a someone? And literally all people say is they're not my species. Oh, sentience is the ability to experience life and care about what's happening to you. It doesn't matter what your species is. Ridiculous, the dumbest take I've ever heard. You can, so I saw something about body types. You can be any body type on a vegan diet. It's up to you what you want to do. I'm not here to advocate for some healthier diet or something. I want you to be healthy, and my resources do explain how to be healthy. But I don't care what you do. You live your life how you find best, right? I'm just here to say, leave sentient beings out of it. Don't use sentient beings for things that you don't need to. If you can go without, or you have alternatives, the more moral choice is to not exploit someone. Yes, everyone that is sentient is, of course, special needs people are sentient. That's the grossest thing I've ever heard. Yes. I can't believe you had to ask me that. What a sorrowful thing that you had to ask. Hi. Oh, I love the lights on the wagon. All right, let's try to get a conversation going. Thank you for liking the live. We're here in Portland, Oregon at the PSU Farmers Market. We're hoping to do some interviews, ask some people some questions, and yeah, just make our neighborhood more fair for everybody. There's a lot of people walking by, a lot of curious eyes. Hi. So you're telling me that you're going to limit what someone means because of our human-centric definition, and you're going to ignore the fact that animals feel and care about what happens to themselves? JP, you just revealed that you're a piece of crap. I understand it says person, and that person is something like a human, right? But there was a time when the definition of a person didn't include women, didn't include people of color, right? It only included wealthy YT males. Was that right? Was that definition correct, or did it need to be updated? Yeah, so does our current definition. It needs to be updated because no one can tell me what makes a someone other than a species name, which is so silly. So silly. There's nothing unique to. You can't even point out what our species has that makes it so specific that humans are better. Yeah, I'm not sure. I got a restriction for some reason. Oh, did somebody feel bullied? I wasn't even talking directly to.
Good luck to you.
Hi. Oh, no. No, it's a trip. That's a funny joke, though. But no, they're just genuine. Yeah. That was good. You just make it a funny. I know, it caught me off guard, too. I'm like, I hope he's not offended about it. What's funny is, like, I'm called Vegan Stoner Lady. That kind of inspires me then to have a sign. Right? Hey, what's up? Excuse me. So there's a sign that, because there's these kind of ledges that slowly peak up out of the ground, and people trip on them. So they have signs that say caution, tripping hazard. And the guy was like, is this a drug reference? It was pretty funny. I thought it was good. Yeah, there's no fiber in eating animals. That's true. Yeah. I've actually had people fight me on that. They think because they hear the word muscle fiber, they think that animals have fiber in them, but that's just not the case. When carnivores eat other animals, the only fiber that they get is what was in their victim's belly. So, yeah, you can't get fiber from flesh. I'm snootier than any vegan. I mean, vegans get snooty because we know that we're right. Like, no one has proven me wrong that animals don't deserve to be exploited. And most people agree with me, in fact, but they just are afraid to make change. That's it. It just comes down to fear of change, fear of being judged by their community. But I mean, who has it harder? You changing your habits and maybe experiencing some discomfort, or the one walking into the slaughterhouse to lose everything? When you get that perspective, it's like, okay, it's obvious what the choice needs to be. And if people can't accept you living in alignment with your own principles, I mean, are they really your friends? Hipster. I am not hip. I wear the same sweatshirt. I have like 2 pairs of jeans that I wear. I do have a lot of leggings. I used to wear a lot of leggings, but I recently changed to some stiffer pants. I don't know. Felt like people were offended by my leggings for some reason. Although most people do. There's still a lot of people that wear leggings. No, I think if I leave the metal in my face, it's more true to who I am. So I'm going to leave it there. Because I like the way I look. I like the way I'm presented with all of this. I like to decorate. I like to give shinies or put shinies on me so that people can be entertained. I'm entertained too when I look at them. Trees and plants are not sentient. Yeah, what's up?
My last conversation was with a medical researcher.
Oh,
Who,
that would have been good to have on camera. No,
they
it's
did
bad.
not want to be on camera.
Yeah, I bet. That one's a little less, like more people are against testing on animals. So, yeah. Wow. What did they have to say?
They feel that the exploitation should be done humanely.
Oh, yeah. If it doesn't need to be done at all.
They're the kind of person who would pick a slug off of the street to keep it safe, but it's okay to use pigs and other animals
Interesting.
to help human disease.
Yeah.
And they think it's necessary, and that what we are doing causes more unintentional harm than good.
She is sadly very misinformed for a medical, what was it again, medical,
A researcher.
a researcher. Is it medical research you said?
Um,
Or just animal research? I'm sorry, I messed it up.
It was to do with medical research.
It was
yeah.
medical? Yeah. It's interesting that I've talked to another medical researcher and they said the same thing, that it's necessary. And other than that, they were vegan, which was wild. And I was like, oh, so you haven't even looked into this yet? I'm like, have you heard of the efficacy of animal testing? And I mean, even if it was really high.
Well, this person disagreed with that.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Well, that's science. That's like, that's evident. Whatever.
They said that it wouldn't be as accurate or as what's the word I'm looking for?
Efficable?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. Effective?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I personally wouldn't want to be tested on. I don't care how ethical it is to test on me. In fact, the schmatzis, I have to make up words because I forgot I'm on TikTok. They did that very thing to other humans because they were like, we can find out disease a lot faster testing directly on humans.
Yeah.
I mean, you could exponentially discover cures to disease that way, but then like the people that are sacrificed, like that's there's actually
Yeah, that's the thing is that what about
the
people
victims.
who are, yeah.
There's actually a Doctor Who episode. I don't know if you ever watched Doctor Who.
No,
There was this one, I think it's David Tennant, I want to say, is the doctor in this episode. They go to I think it's called New York or something like that. And it's another planet. But they go there and there's like these cat nurses that are taking care of all these different species, including humans. And then they go underneath the building, Doctor Who does and his companion, and they go underneath the building, they find that they're keeping people locked in these chambers to test on them. And because they do that, they are able to find cures to disease thousands of years before they're supposed to. So they're like exponentially, being able to help other people by sacrificing these people that they lab grow. And the whole thing, you're like, that's not right, and it's like the most humane method you could imagine. Like, it's still not right. But I just like how sometimes it's like so clear in some TV shows. It's like, that's exactly it. Exactly. Yeah. How would you feel if you were the victim? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, especially when I always want to know these people that do the research. Like, I understand you think that it's necessary. Have you watched it? Have you done any of these studies yourself? Because it is brutal. They literally have to shut their brain off and imagine that they are a thing. Every video I've seen of undercover vivisections or medical research, they're like pinning the animal down aggressively, they're punching them because they need the animal to submit, and not all, they're different personalities and some are going to wiggle.
Well, they argue with that too.
Oh, what was that?
And saying that, well, you can document anything.
Wow.
So,
Wow. Well, then show me your documentation of this being done the right way, right? Then I need to see the right way, apparently, because I've yet to see. Every time someone's like, no, you do it this way, and they show some where it's not as wiggly, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't as immoral.
and also, they thought it was okay to breed an animal to use.
Wow. That's so sad. I always want to know what they think is the morally relevant difference between us and other animals, because clearly there's nothing. We know. But they honestly will sit there and say, especially medical researchers, I can't put my finger on it, but they're different. It's like, then why are we testing on them? If they're so different, they're not going to give the same result, right? Oh my gosh. The flip-flop.
Well, if they come back, I'm going to ask if they can talk to
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, I'm sorry that they were such a...
You have more data at your fingertips than I do.
It really comes down to it, even if testing on animals was like 99% accurate, right? And they could put the animals to sleep and they never felt any suffering. I personally would not want to trade places with them. I don't care how humane it's done. I want to live my life freely and do what I want to do. So you don't need to know all that crap. honestly a little bit distracting, all that information. It's more like the victim. I feel like sometimes,
Like that, it's good, I think.
yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe what I can do, because I don't have this right now, we'll put studies on our cards. So when they go to the resources, they can look up studies that tell them the actual science. Because I don't want you to feel like you need to know everything. It's just about, if I was to trade places with them, would I tolerate that? And sometimes not knowing the information,
They don't want to answer that.
of course, but sometimes you can steel man them. Maybe not that person, but sometimes you can be like, maybe that's true. With them, do you think that's a fair? Would you tolerate that excuse? It's usually the best way.
I did ask, well, even if they didn't agree about testing, what did they think about
Yeah, other aspects.
eating animals
Yeah.
and whatnot? And they thought that the backyard egg thing and the farmers market eggs were okay. And when I said what happens to the male chicks and where are the male chicks, they didn't think it was that bad. They said they probably break their necks and they don't feel it.
Oh,
That's what they
no! Does that ever sound nice to do to a human?
They say slugs though.
That's so weird. Why do you save the slugs? If they do come back, I'd love to talk to them if they're willing to. Oh man, yeah. Wow, that's wild. Hey, we're doing interviews. You want to be interviewed?
Well, not really. I was just reading your sign.
Yeah.
We're talking about oppression.
Yeah, oppression. Didn't like it. He's for oppression, I guess. The guy was trying to read our signs, and then he read Pam's sign and then just turned around and left. Her sign just says, should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless? I don't know what he was so offended about. It was too funny. Oh, man. Well, I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you for tapping. Tap that like button. Make sure you share, comment if you can. I want to know who's in here, though. Can you tell me if you're a vegan? Put a 1. If you're not vegan, put a 2. Well, let's say again. Vegan 1, not vegan and curious 2, and then just not vegan 3. Like you're just here to bark out non-vegan things. Oh, wow, we got some vegans. I see a 4. I don't know what that means. Or a 5. Okay. Got some layers here. All right, so for those that are here that are not vegan, can you tell me in a short little blurb, and I'll try to keep my eye on there. I'm sure many of you have done this and I missed it, but I would love to know why you're not for oppression, but smugly trying to shove humiliation on others. It's more like, do you realize you're not living in alignment with your own principles? And yeah, that's uncomfortable. I honestly would, in fact, when I was reading that book, Skinny Bitch, I was reading it and I was like getting mad because it's like you can't care about somebody and then exploit them. That doesn't work. And yeah, it's just, I forgot my point that I was getting to. There was someone's comment that I was responding to and I don't remember now. Where'd it go? I just moved. I'm not vegan because meat tastes good, that's why. Well, vegan food tastes good too, so leave the animals alone. I don't question what God can or cannot do. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm saying you can worship whoever and have your faith and not exploit others. The human mind thinks critically compared to other species. If you think I'm different species scientifically, that is called misinformation. Okay. Nose ring in the nose. Yas. This means respect others, right? You don't need to test God. I'm just saying you can live your life however you wish. Just don't exploit others. Don't use other animals. It's that easy. Militant Meeks! Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. Thank you for being in the chat. We miss you. I was just talking about you the other day. Militant Minx is in the chat. Yeah! Missing you. I know you're doing a lot though, so don't feel bad. We just miss you. Thank you, Tad Otto. Appreciate it. I try. Hopefully next week we'll have more voices because I know we like to have a variety. That's kind of our strength. Yes, cognitive dissonance, exactly. Respect for animals begins by recognizing their lives belong to them. Exactly. Hi. Yes. Yes, Sabi, you're so right. Thank you for the hearts, Indica Love. I love the green hearts. Spam green hearts. I love it. Yes, pooping into a toilet is vegan. It's actually outside of veganism. You can poop. That's nothing to do with exploitation. Unless you're exploiting someone while you do it, then that's wrong. Yas, thank you, Jessica. I love the green hearts. Love it. Oh, no, we care about bugs. I care about bugs. I don't want bugs to be exploited. I would really love for us to have our farmers grow veganically. I don't really necessarily know what that would entail for me to like step up for farmers. I do make the demand that I want plant-based products, and I think that label of cruelty-free is pretty popular, so I don't know why it isn't already a thing. But there is someone called Ben the Vegan Farmer here on TikTok, and he's really great about breaking down how we can scale it up to grow veganically. Wow, those flowers are gorgeous. Love it. I still eat dairy. I go back and forth. Funny enough, I actually did the same thing after reading Skinny Bitch. I went back to dairy a little bit because I had friends, and I wasn't vegan. I was more plant-based, so I allowed myself to consume the breast milk of someone else being exploited, and I didn't understand that. But once I watched a documentary that actually broke down what happens in dairy, and I was like, I can't support that. I can't do that anymore. Is it okay that animals eat other animals? It's okay in that they're surviving a harsh environment, but I guarantee the victims don't want to be exploited, the ones being predated upon. I think that we humans cause the most damage, and we're actually probably making them consume each other more because we're ruining their environments. So if we could reduce that would be great, but I think we need to start with our own actions. So we raise and breed to breed and feed these animals to be slaughtered, 92.2 billion every year. That's just land animals. And then you include aquatic life, and it's in the trillions. If we were to wipe out the human race, the population, at the rate that we do animals every year, they would hours, 9 hours to wipe out everybody. That's including aqua life and land animals, just for food. This isn't including animals used for vivisection, animals used for the pet trade, animals used for clothing, experiments, entertainment. So there's even more. It's because we view them as a thing instead of a someone. Yeah, it's the butterfly is free to do what they want to do, and they don't need to go into that field. And I would prefer better methods, but I don't have a lever to demand. Breast milk comes from someone who needs to be pregnant and give birth in order to produce milk. Yes. Did you want to try? Okay. Oh, that's okay. I'm always going to offer because I just want you to have the opportunity. All right, so I'll have you come over here.
I apologize in advance. I woke up like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's all right. This is actually the perfect mindset to be in, just kind of chill and open. Okay. What brings you out here today?
I'm here with my partner.
I love it.
To just see the farmer's market.
Yeah, just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
It's a good environment. It's chill. I like the music going on. My name's Anna, by the way. What's yours?
Laken.
Laken?
Yes.
Lovely to meet you, Laken.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. So I'm just asking people if they think they're fair. And we're talking about the powerful versus the powerless.
Okay.
Do you think that someone who has some advantage, maybe they're really strong, or maybe they have a high IQ, do you think that advantage gives them the right to oppress those that don't have that advantage?
I mean, no. That's just not nice.
Yeah, I agree. What if the one being oppressed can't vocalize or communicate in any way? Would that be okay to exploit them?
Oh, that's not cool either, obviously.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
What if the one doing the oppression is another species, like aliens come in and they want to oppress us for whatever reason?
Still pretty weird.
Yeah, I agree. It's not fair. I wouldn't want that. I'd fight it. So what about when it comes to animals? When we use them for food, clothing, entertainment, like the circus or the zoo, or maybe vivisection, testing on them? Would you agree that we're the powerful oppressing the powerless in that situation?
To a degree, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think there's anything that we need from animals that might justify what we do to them?
There are there are sometimes symbiotic relationships that occur.
Okay. If you found out that it's really one-sided, it's more about human benefit, Would that change your mind on that? Like, do you think that's fair if it's only for my benefit and not their best interest?
I mean, to a degree, yeah.
So give me an example where it would be fair to farm someone.
Farm someone.
An animal, a
Okay.
person, whatever you're comfortable talking about.
Typically, it's specifically when it's to their, like, if they literally would not exist, or if it's better than their natural environment.
Okay. If you were, let's say, I know this isn't possible, let's say you're on the precipice of being born, would you want to, if the one that's your God or whatever is like, well, you could go down there right now, but you're going to be used for someone your entire life and they get to decide when you end your life. Do you want to go down there?
Well, it depends.
Or would you prefer to have a free life?
It depends, genuinely, actually.
Yeah. Would it be fair for me to exploit you?
In what situation?
I want to use you, maybe your hair, maybe your labor, maybe I want to eat you.
Are you giving me anything in return?
I provide you room and board.
In that case, no.
Yeah, it's not fair, right? Yeah. What could I give you that would then justify me exploiting you?
You'd have to give me more than I could get on my own, pretty much.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
what? Paint me a picture of how I could exploit you.
All right, so if I, on my own, am, well, actually, I'm just going to compare it to something I've lived before. If I'm on my own in my house and all I'm eating is roaches,
Is what?
and all I'm eating is roaches and crickets and stuff, I'd be more than willing to have you farm my hair, farm my fingernails, farm my skin, even,
What
in
about
exchange for food.
what about I'm using your body and I'm selling you to other people to use you for whatever they want?
Oh yeah, no, I've been in that situation before.
Is that fair?
It's not fair.
It's not fair. I
But
agree.
I prefer my food.
So is it fair for the victim though, right? That's the perspective we're trying to look at. Does your pleasure matter more than someone's experiences?
I would prefer pleasure and food.
No, I'm asking
But I know
you,
what I can
if
get.
I wanted to use you without your consent for my pleasure, is that moral?
No.
I agree. So how do we use animals morally if we can't get consent from them?
I mean, pretty much it's a situation of, I'm specifically thinking of horses and sheep. With
Fine.
specifically,
Those animals are exploited too.
yeah, specifically with horses, it's just the fact that most of the time, I know you pretty much have to just keep them from killing themselves.
Horses?
Oh yeah, so
There's wild horses.
No, fun thing with horses. So they're like biologically, and this is the funniest thing because there's a decent amount of stuff like a lot of dogs that like humans have fucked up through breeding and stuff. Horses are the funniest thing because they fuck themselves up simply by moving from forest to plains. It's actually the weirdest thing. So, Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's fine.
Okay.
So the thing is,
Horses.
there's horses that live in the wild.
Yes.
And if it were true that horses needed human care, wouldn't that just be more of a reason to not breed them into existence?
So, yes and no. Because on one hand, they don't necessarily need humans to exist. Obviously not. They exist in the wild. It's a matter of comfortability. Because one of their things is that they're like, interestingly enough, they're genetically anxious specifically because of all their
I
disabilities.
mean, I'm just hearing reasons to not breed them into existence.
Yes, but they also do have their place in an environment.
So what morally justifies bringing them into existence just for you to use them?
Pretty much the fact that without them, other things don't get to live.
Okay, but I could breed human slaves into existence and say, well, at least they get to live, but that
No, I
wouldn't
meant
be
other
moral.
things.
Like
Literally,
what?
some environments lose their entire function without horses.
Where?
The Great Plains.
Well, there's wild horses. We don't need to breed horses into existence and ride them. That's what I'm saying. It's like your choices are in that you don't need to ask that a horse be your ride. You don't need to buy a horse. You don't need to use horses at all. When it comes to the environment, I leave that...
I kind of did at one point because I needed it to help run a ranch.
You don't need them on the ranch. You don't even need the ranch. So what I'm trying to say is we don't need to use animals. It's akin to... So if you think human slavery is wrong because you're forcing your purpose onto somebody else, animals are no morally different. They care about what's happening to themselves. Sorry?
that ranch was kind of important because it was an environment that you couldn't farm in, and that provided most of
If you're ranching animals, if you're raising cows, that's not necessary. We don't need to farm any animals. In fact, we found out there's a study called Reducing Food's Environmental Impacts Through Producers and Consumers. If we stopped enslaving other animals, we could feed 10 billion humans and at the same time rewild land. Like, that's huge. Yeah, that's the largest meta-analysis on that topic, by the way. You can look it up. I'll give you a card so you can find the live. But hold on a second. It's doing the stupid puzzle piece thing. Stupid. Hold on one second. I know, it's TikTok. They just want to make sure that I'm still there. But so I just want to ask, what is it in your mind when you go to pick up a package or you're going to use an animal, what in your mind makes it okay to do that to them but not a human?
Yeah, simple degree of sentience usually. It's the same reason I'm cool with eating crickets.
So sentience is just the ability to experience life. If you're talking about intelligence, because there's going to be varying degrees of intelligence. Do you think that if someone, a human, is low cognition and nonverbal, that it's okay to exploit them?
No.
Right. So then what separates them from the other animals that we use that justifies exploiting other animals?
Yeah, typically genuinely just that I like humans.
So then it just comes to in-group theory. You're saying because you're in my group, I respect you, but if you're outside of my group, I ignore the fact that you care about what happens to yourself.
Yeah, it's squashing and eating a cricket versus squashing and eating a human.
Yeah, if you don't need to exploit, the more moral choice is to not exploit someone, right? To respect that they're living the one and only life that they have.
Yeah, that is a fair and reasonable analysis.
I think that we all do agree that if I had a dog here and it was my tradition and it got grandma out of the seat, it would still be immoral for us to kick this dog for entertainment and exercise. Tradition, exercise, benefits.
Well, that's just overly cruel.
But, right, the dog's experiences matter more than my benefits that I can get from other sources. It's the same thing comes to animals when we use them in other fashions. We have alternatives or we can go without. And the more moral choice, just like the dog, is to not exploit the other animals. So I appreciate you listening to me. Can I give you a card?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's what I was asking for.
Yes, absolutely. I put them in this pocket. So on this card is a lot of information. Right here is a documentary. Would you be willing to watch on your own time? You can look it up on YouTube. It's free. It's just called Dominion. On the other side of the card, just shows you how to get everything you need from a whole food plant-based diet. You could literally find everything you need to get all your nutrition here at this market or a grocery store. So, and that's the side right here. Right there. It's got the little check boxes to make sure you get everything you need. You can look it up. It's called the Vegan Dailey Dozen. You can just Google that. And they actually have studies. It's by nutritionfacts.org. They have videos breaking down the studies. So if you're interested in the science behind it. What was your name one more time?
Laken.
Laken. I really appreciate you talking to me and taking the time. You can also rewatch the live on that card. So, all right. You have a good day.
Laken.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know that she was there. Sorry. Awesome. Oh, Pam, you were talking to the partner. I love it. How did that go?
Yeah, it went really well. Her mom is vegan.
Oh, wow.
I mean, not vegan. Her mom is plant-based.
Oh, plant-based. Got it. Yeah. I mean, that's still a good starting point. I feel like when you're plant-based, once you've you don't have that cognitive dissonance as much, and you're like, oh, I can live without this.
Yeah,
it's
you
fine.
can start considering the other aspects.
Exactly.
I think that's happened with a lot of people.
I think so too. Yeah. I think that's kind of what happened to me. Like, I read that book and I was kind of exposed to some of it, but once I didn't have this regular intake of those things, I was like, what am I doing? Once I realized what's really happening, I was like, oh God, I gotta stop. So yeah. Well, that's
in their
fantastic.
house, they always eat plant-based because her mom is
plant-based.
making plant-based, and then when she cooks, she has to make it plant-based so mom can eat. So.
I love it. Way to go, Mom.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And then they told me about this. Where is this thing? They said there's this bean group called Rancho Gordo Beans.
Yes.
And then
they sell dried beans, right?
I don't really know about it.
I have one of their bags, I think, in my cupboard.
It's a club, they said, and they send you beans 4 times a year, and they come with recipes and.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of a different bean because I'm pretty sure it's called Rancho Beans, but I'm going to look that group up because that's amazing. I will totally send people there because,
fun.
Free source of beans.
And I was hearing about a sweet potato, black bean, and rice burger. It sounds really good. Sounds like you just smash it all up and.
That sounds so good. That actually sounds like the ingredients in Lucinda's. It's more oat based, but yeah, it has that rice in there and other vegetables.
Have you tried?
Yes, actually. So I made just the regular burgers, the veggie burgers, and the Cajun ones. Delicious. And then I took the veggie one and I mixed it with like a Beyond. And oh my God, that was even better. Like we made a meatloaf with it. It was so good.
That might be
Yeah.
popular at my house.
Yeah. And it's so what you do, it's kind of like soy curls. You put it in a bowl, you put hot water in it, let it sit for 10 minutes, and then you form it into a patty, and then you let it sit for a minute in the fridge so it solids up, and that's it. Yeah, they're pretty easy. It's just add water and chill for a second.
Maybe that's tomorrow's lunch.
Yes. I definitely gonna grab one of the veggie ones, one of the veggie burgers. Hi. Oh, I don't know where. Oh, there you go. Okay. I was like, where's the parent? Yeah, exactly. It's easy to get lost. There's so many people.
Yeah, there's so many
Oh my
people
goodness.
today.
It's hopping here today, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed 45 messages. I didn't send you an invite, Lori. I'm so sorry. I keep trying to do it, but I'm so bad at it.
I don't know. Do you want to find out? It might surprise you.
Right? We all learn about ourselves.
She's asking me
What'd you say?
to ask us to interview.
Yeah, right? That would be awesome. I totally would interview them. I mean, their job is to walk around and just be observant, right? You could stand here and be observant. You could see a pretty decent chunk of the whole thing here. Yes, it is like, it's getting more packed, guys. Oh my gosh. Hopefully we get someone. It's not about supporting vegans. Vegans don't necessarily want to be supported. It's more like, I mean, you can support vegans. That's also a good thing to do. But it doesn't absolve the immorality of exploiting others, right? That's like I donate to a women's center and yet I demand that they be, abused in some manner. That's kind of contradicts itself, right? Hi. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll block it. What language is that German Shepherd? I don't know. German Shepherd language. Hi, we're doing interviews. Anybody want to be interviewed? Pam has got someone. She's so good. Pam is always on top of it. Take a picture. She's so good. I love it. Put that there. No one's avoiding us. They just don't. They're curious, but they're like scared. I get it. Like I said, I've avoided Girl Scouts. I can be uncomfortable to interview, but we're friendly. We try to be friendly. I don't like it when people start to dig their heels a little bit and they'll start to shut down. Oh, how'd it go?
When it came to the animals, we didn't want to continue the conversation.
I hate that. That's the second time it's happened to you now. They just find out what the crux is and they're like, oh, I don't care about animals. Like, dude, so I could just go kick a dog and you won't care? No, liar.
I think she did care.
She what?
I think she did care, that's why she...
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true, actually. That's a good point. They probably run because they do care and they feel that contradiction. Yeah. Yeah, right. I'm trying. Well, I'm not the one you need to apologize to. It's your victims. Exactly. Yep. You know what this farmers market needs is a vegan honey booth. Yeah, I finally found some vegan honey online, and I was like, "There's no thing here." The food fight, though, I haven't gone into there lately, so they probably do have it. But I can't find any other store that carries a vegan honey. I was like, that's upsetting. We need that. There's a niche. There's a little something that needs to be filled, a demand.
I'd be first in line.
I think most people would be. Like apple honey with some dates and lemon juice doesn't have that same, when honey, when you eat it, it almost has this kind of chemically back taste to it.
I I don't like honey. I mean, even if.
So you know already, you're like,
yeah.
oh, the flavor profile is not my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me it has like this almost chemically flavor at the back end of it. Like you taste it and it's sweet, and then it's just like, ugh, sticky. The apple honey is the one I got is a little more watery than regular honey, but it's still very gooey. And it doesn't have that chemically taste to it. It literally is just sweetness. And it's like when I ate it, I was like, this is good. Oh, it's even better. Like it doesn't have that grossness to it. So, yeah.
Try that.
Yes. And it's just so simple. It's apples, lemons, and dates. That's it.
No, I couldn't make that.
Oh, you could?
It'd probably become applesauce.
Yeah, so what you do is you beat it up, you mash it up, and then you use cheesecloth to kind of just filter it out. Yep. And then you get the goo. I mean, if it has chunks in it, it's not a big deal, but it looks prettier without the chunks. Yes! I was thinking about making some too. I was like, oh, that seems so easy. So maybe I'll share it in the chat. I'll share a recipe and we could all like try to make our versions. Yeah! I love it. How's everyone doing over here? We're here in Portland, Oregon at the PSU Farmers Market, and we're looking to have a conversation with one of our neighbors about morality and, just living in alignment with our own principles to make a more fair world for everyone, regardless of arbitrary traits like species. Yeah, you can have vegan ribs with rice. That sounds delicious. Oh my gosh, what is happening here? There we go. I had a window pop up and I couldn't get it to go away. Yeah, I would agree. Non-vegans are flexing their privilege because who has more privilege but someone who has authority over someone else's autonomy? That's privilege. To use someone else's body regardless of what they consent to, that's privilege, right? I would argue that living vegan is actually living more in alignment with what we mostly agree with, is that we shouldn't exploit others when we don't need to. If we can avoid it, we should. Because you don't want to be exploited. I don't want to be exploited. I don't think we should exploit each other just because someone might be vulnerable. If someone cares about what's happening to themselves, if they're sentient and having a subjective experience, that's what matters. Yeah, is it moral to kick chickens or fish? Is it moral to kick them just for fun? About the claim that people make that they have to unalive deer because there's not enough food for them. Interestingly enough, this screwworm epidemic is affecting that. Something like 80% of the deer in one county or one area, I don't remember where it was. Recent news thing though, where was it? It's like Idaho or something. But they had like 80% of their new deer pass away because of screwworm. So there's no hunting. And they're angry. Instead of being like, oh, I don't have to do the work this year, right? Because the disease came through, it's a terrible disease and painful. But instead of celebrating that they don't have to go out and hunt, they're mad that they can't go out and hunt. Doesn't that tell you what their real motivation is? Their own benefits. They don't care about their environment. They care about going out with their friends and pew-pewing someone for fun. Yes, Left is Blondie, go live, do it. We need more people to be vocal. Yes, morality is subjective, but I imagine that your subjective perspective agrees that other humans, regardless of their morality, should leave you the F alone, right? They shouldn't come and harass you, exploit you, use you. So regardless of it being subjective, we have things we agree on. And I think one of those is if you care about what's happening to yourself, that morally speaking, we should consider your best interests. A human that is like low cognition and nonverbal or can't communicate, that doesn't mean that we now have the right to exploit them, right? They're hunting for the meat and they're hunting for the meat, not for just the unaliving. Yeah, they don't need it though. They can eat plants. That's the difference. No, but you can leave. I don't ever want to see you again. I don't appreciate people using a group and putting them down just to make themselves feel better. Hey, we're doing interviews. Want to be interviewed? Yeah? Want to answer a few questions? We're live on YouTube. Oh, awesome. Can I give you a high five?
He was just telling me.
Yes, awesome. You guys are amazing. Appreciate running into you. Oh, thank you guys. Do you want a card just so you can find us?
I follow you all
Oh,
on
you do? What's your name?
Online, it's the Quiet Hearts Cooking Companion.
Oh, okay. I might give you a shout out if I see you then. I'll be like, oh, I see you. Say it one more time.
The Quiet Hearts Cooking.
Quiet Hearts Cooking.
Yeah, we all follow each other on there. Not that I expect you to.
Oh, no, I'm going to look you up. Remember our conversation. Sometimes it's like a matter of just seeing the name.
A lot of people and see a lot of people here. I'm
Yeah,
sure, so,
we do.
Yeah.
What'd you ask me?
So usually I start out by asking things that we agree on, right? Most people agree that we shouldn't oppress each other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I start out with that. We have like the power dynamic. So I ask, do you think someone who has an advantage should have the rights over someone who doesn't? And then I ask, what about if the one being oppressed can't speak, can't communicate? Usually people say, yeah, you shouldn't exploit them. And then what if the oppressor is another species, like aliens come in and they want to exploit? They're like, oh, no, that's not okay. And then it's like, well, species kind of ties for food, clothing, entertainment. So, yeah. If you ever want, go onto our website, Anti-Animal Use. There should be we have a chart that's kind of based off these songs. Free and download them, and if you wanted to. But yeah, awesome.
That's awesome.
Yes.
About like me potentially helping, but I'm just aggressive.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm like a little. I'm not like. I like kind of like have a very short amount of patience.
I'll take you. I'll take you in this. There's no such thing as too aggressive, in my opinion. I mean, if you're like punching people, maybe we have a conversation.
I don't punch anyone.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I get it very. Yeah, I poke a little bit.
That's
like,
okay.
I make it a little personal.
You should.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
The urgency is there.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
Absolutely.
If you ever do feel like you do want to come out, you're welcome. I would totally trust whatever you say.
Yes.
Very pretty. I'll let you go.
Yeah, no,
but it
good
was
talking to
fun.
you.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad I got to meet you.
Glad you got to,
yes.
chat with you
exactly.
for a quick second.
Exactly. All right. Well, you guys have a good day. Enjoy the market.
Good luck with your convos.
Thank you. Actually, we've had a lot of good ones. A lot of really good ones today. So, yeah, I think we brought out good people and brought out the good in people. So.
More to come, I hope.
Yes, I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. See you
Yeah,
later.
see ya. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. They're actually vegan and they follow us. Oh. Yeah. Hey, what's up?
I don't know. I saw this. I couldn't resist. the
Yes.
opportunity. I may not stick around very long though.
I was gonna say Pam is a great person.
What's the time commitment?
5 minutes.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
You want to try? Pam, do you want to do it? Okay. I'll take you over here.
I reserve the right to not answer any questions.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
So there's a little pink box right here.
Okay.
I'll have you stand in it. Sorry, guys.
Seriously? Okay.
Yeah, and then you're okay with being on live?
Yeah, sure, man.
Okay, cool.
Are we live?
We are. We're on TikTok and
that's funny as
YouTube.
hell.
Yes. I'll give you a card at the
YouTube.
end too, so you can see it. You can watch
right.
it later.
Awesome.
So my name's Anna. What's yours?
Arnie.
Arnie. Lovely
Yeah.
to meet you. What brings you out here today?
Just family in town and just like trying to figure out something to do.
Hell yeah.
I was sort of leaning toward more like maybe mini golf or something like that.
Oh
but,
yeah. There's
you know,
lots of actually.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we have multiple mini golfs around here.
We thought a hike would be a little bit intense for all the kiddos. So
Yeah,
there's some good hikes, but
There are some good ones, but yeah, maybe mini golf would be a better one. But
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
a lot of options here
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
So I guess I'll just jump right to it. What do you think about the powerful versus the powerless? Do you think someone who has some advantage has the right to oppress or exploit those that don't have that advantage?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, might makes right. No.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, sure. I'm bigger than I can just beat you up, right? Because I'm bigger than you, or I don't know. But
Exactly.
see, then if you can kick ass, though,
Nah,
then,
pop out of
then
nowhere,
I'd
you
be
don't
like,
know.
and you'd be like kung fu, bam, and I'd be like,
Could
oh,
be.
ah,
Could
now
be.
you're. So I don't know.
We don't want to test this.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, to me that's a self-answering question,
Right?
You know,
I
yeah,
agree.
no, I don't believe that anybody really has any right to exploit anyone else.
Yeah, well put.
Power or not.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Regardless, like, you know, if we can avoid exploiting each other, we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What
go with
about what about if this sounds redundant, but what if the one being oppressed can't speak up for themselves? They can't communicate in any way. Would it be
Well,
okay to exploit them?
that doesn't make the oppression or the exploitation of them any more correct.
Exactly.
It's great beating up a kid who doesn't fight back, right?
Right, exactly.
I mean, that's every bully's dream.
It is. The oppressed
Yeah.
only oppress to get benefits,
But
and it'd
Mom,
be easier.
He didn't punch
He didn't
me
fight
back.
back.
So
Yeah,
of course I
exactly.
leveled him.
What if the oppressor is like an alien comes down, if they're another species, do you think that then justifies?
I'm all about alien warfare and the whole.
Yeah.
Give me laser beams and
Yeah,
aliens,
yeah.
man.
Do you want to be their pet or whatever they
No,
decide to use you
not
for?
really into the anal probes or being the pet. No,
Sorry,
it's
this
all
is
right.
like keeps getting you.
No, it's okay. I don't mind.
Okay, just kind of twist off.
Disadvantage.
No, height advantage. You got that awesome height. Yeah, the tree is definitely posing a challenge.
Yeah, it's a disadvantage.
Yeah. So then,
So-
what about when it comes to the animals that we use?
The whole aliens thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited about aliens landing here. I just hope they're friendly and
don't
well
exploit us.
intentioned. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you think about like the animals that we use in regular life, like food, clothing, entertainment, vivisection?
That's a tough one because ultimately, I believe in animals as a food source and stuff. I definitely eat meat. I'm not probably so big on stuff like animal testing, though I reap the benefits of it every day. And
do you take the effort to look for cosmetics or things that aren't tested on animals?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, I worked at Greenpeace in my 20s, and I went to this school that had this whole like environmental bent, and I kind of grew up with this hippie kind of mentality. So, yeah, I mean, I try to do like planet-friendly, enviro-friendly, animal-friendly, but for sure I'm not on the right side of that 100%.
Yeah.
I
mean, I wasn't either. This isn't a judgment thing. Like for most of my life, I used animals.
There's interesting questions. I mean,
I'm actually out here because I think that most of my neighbors agree that we shouldn't exploit each other if we can avoid it. And when we think about the animals that we exploit, when we try to think of like the morally relevant difference between us and them, it's really hard to find something that all humans have that justifies that difference in treatment.
Yeah, no, I think, I mean, when I grew up, animals couldn't feel pain. They weren't intelligent. They didn't speak or communicate. Birds weren't really talking to each other. They were just, that was kind of the mentality about animals and I think that's all been debunked. And so
if you found out that you could live a health life, you could do whatever you're doing just without exploiting other animals, would that be more ideal to you?
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, if there was, so I was vegetarian for a while, but I have narcolepsy. So honestly, the meat, high protein, like powerful foods, I really wasn't getting that out of the whole vegetarian diet.
If I shared with you some sources on like good high protein vegan sources, would that interest you into looking into it?
Oh man, my wife is all dialed into that. She's got a degree in horticulture and is
Ask about soy curls because they're like 50% protein and low fat.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
and you can find lots of them here in Portland.
Yeah.
High protein, and like I said, you don't need to exploit someone for it,
Yeah,
which is the best part. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so you sound really open. If like you found out you could reach all your nutritional needs and met everything you needed, would you agree that it would be a moral obligation to live vegan?
Ah, boy, wow! Now we're getting into some classes I took while I was here at PSU.
I bet.
That's a tough one. The obvious answer is yes, I agree, but I don't know that I'm there yet. Like I said, I sort of opened up with I kind of believe in animals as a food source.
Sure. Well, do you understand that they feel?
Yeah, I do.
Do you understand that they avoid harm?
How would you like to be a fish getting caught?
Exactly.
I think about it every time I eat a fish, right?
Yeah,
Whether it's in a net or a hook through your mouth or whatever. I mean, that's pretty awful, right?
Have you seen, like when you buy products from a store, have you seen what the animals have to go through?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so you know like the inherent practice, not just the abuses that happen, but the inherent practices?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I used to,
Well, I'll give you this card here.
Sure,
so
wow.
on the front, on the back is a documentary that I want everyone to watch if they're going to consume animal products. Just it shows you those inherent practices.
Yeah.
And ask yourself, if I have an alternative, do I really want to give my money to these areas? And then also here is just an easy checklist to make sure you get everything you need in a day.
Sure.
But there's actually, if you flip the card over, there's my website, Anti-Animal Use. And in there is 10 Weeks to Vegan. It's a big group that actually brings people together, and it provides access to professionals that can help you specifically with what you need. So I would try that out. And
Well, when aliens land, they need to meet you first.
right, exactly.
So, like,
let's make the vegans talk to them.
Don't think of us as a food source so much as like friends.
Exactly.
Like, maybe you'll have some.
So not right now. You're the alien.
That's right.
You're in their position.
That's right.
So you got to check out your next action.
go.
Like, what's it gonna be?
That's right. Well, you saw Finding Nemo, right?
Yeah.
Fish are friends.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
All right.
Can I ask you one last hard question?
Sure,
I'll let you
yeah.
go. How many more animals would you prefer be exploited for you? Is it more than 0?
Prefer be exploited for me. Well, that's the language there is a bit loaded.
Well, if you could live, I already asked you earlier, if you could live the life you're living without exploiting animals, wouldn't that be preferable?
Right. Yes.
So it would be preferable then to not exploit any animals.
Yeah, we could probably. Do you have a definition of exploiting?
Yeah, to use someone unfairly for your benefit.
Unfairly for your benefit.
Yeah,
All
usually
right.
not in their best interest, but in yours.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So what was your question then?
Oh, so how many more animals would you like to be exploited for you? Is it more than 0?
Probably until I have a total 180-degree mindset
It would be
switch about
less
it.
than 0, right? Your preference would be less than 0?
Well, my preference would have to be more than 0 because I'm not going to quit eating meat after this conversation.
So you do want animals exploited for you?
I guess I do. I mean, I'd be a
Okay.
hypocrite if I didn't say so, right?
Well, I mean, is it more
mean,
important to be consistent or be in alignment with your own principles?
It's important to be both. I don't think those have to be.
Well, right now, you may be speaking consistently, like I'm willing to ignore the animals and just keep eating animals, but it sounds like you do care if someone has the capacity to suffer that we shouldn't exploit them. And those sound like
Right.
contradicting ideas.
Right. Well, yeah.
And you even agreed, regardless of if they can speak your language, if there is intelligent.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. So I'm not trying to like make you feel bad. It's more of reflecting.
I don't feel bad at all. No, it's an interesting conversation. Yeah, I mean Yeah,
so what's your next opportunity? What's your next meal? Like when is it? Like lunch, dinner? Lunch? Okay. So what do you think you're going to do for lunch? Where do you think you're going to go?
Probably that Chicago pizza place because that's where my kid wants to go.
Okay. So if they sell a vegan option, would you be willing to go for that vegan option?
No, definitely not.
Okay. So what in your mind is making okay to put pigs in gas chambers in order to have pizza?
Well, pigs in gas chambers in order to
If
have
it's
pizza.
pepperoni, we could talk about dairy as well.
If it's pepperoni. Yeah, I don't, yeah.
If it's the dairy you want to talk about, the cows, she's a mammal. She has to be impregnant to have milk. So she's separated from her baby.
Is that true? I thought the whole thing with like nursemaids, wasn't that a thing where like isn't it a thing like maybe with human women that if they lactate, they can continue to lactate?
So they lactate for a year and then their production declines, so they're reimpregnated.
But if they keep nursing though?
No, so what they do
but
is...
this is cows. I mean, but I was talking though.
Yeah, with humans.
Isn't there a thing with humans
cows are
where
the
like...
same way. They're the same way.
Wet nurse is the term, I think.
Yeah, so if they keep nursing, they will keep producing milk, but it's much less. So farmers want to keep making money, so they keep reimpregnating her so that she produces enough.
Right,
but even if they didn't do that, let's say they only made her have one calf, and she's like producing for multiple years, you're still birthing someone into existence to be used by you. You know, is that ever fair? To demand someone be born that will forever be dependent on you on purpose. I just don't think that's ever fair to do to someone.
Yeah, no, I think you're probably right. Well, it's been an interesting conversation.
I know, I
Thank
appreciate you asking
Yeah,
questions.
sure, man.
And you can rewatch this live, it's on that card.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, thank you for stopping. You have a good day. I do love talking to honest people. Honest people are great. Yeah, it was decent. He had some decent pushback, but I do think he's going to genuinely look at the resources, and I feel like that's the least that anybody can do is, at minimum, watch Dominion and check out Vegan Dailey Dozen. But, yeah.
Sounds
Yeah, exactly. See someone say, I'm allergic to chlorophyll. So what I would do, excuse me, I have a hiccup. If you want to live vegan and you have this allergy, which I've never heard of, but if you did, I'm not going to discredit it. I would look for a dietitian. Look up plant-based dietitian. And if you go to antianimaluse.org, or even, I didn't say this to this guy, animaljustice21.org is also a great resource. You could go on there and find community and professionals that can answer your questions. So if you're allergic to chlorophyll, seek out those plant-based dietitians and ask them how can I get my needed nutrition? And they'll help you because they want you to go vegan. So
Do they have dietitians for dogs?
oh, I'm sure they do.
Vegan. I mean, I know.
Yeah.
Vegan.
I'm sure they do. In fact, I would reach out to Evolution, the people that actually own that company, or they'll respond, and you can ask them about dietary stuff, and they can even probably point you to an actual dietitian that you can speak to about your companion if you want. They were Evolution, yeah, the vegan pet food. I think it was Rebecca, who is part of Anti-Animal Use, the Uncaged Front, which definitely go follow the Uncaged Front. She makes blogs about being an activist and living with dystopia, which is so, we need people reflecting on that so us other activists feel less alone and, you know, more normal, because it is hard to not start hating your neighbors because they're still participating in something you recognize as so terrible. But they just don't know. You have to remind yourself, they don't know yet. They don't understand the urgency yet. Name any important vegans in history. Yeah, Aristotle, I think so. Plato. Who was the one I mentioned earlier? Oh my gosh, it's slipping my mind. Who? Not Martin Luther King, but there was someone else that was with. No, it was his wife. I think is vegan, and it might have been one of his kids as well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really keep track of famous vegans just because I don't put people on a podium to be like, oh, worship them, they're the best, because they're human and they're going to make mistakes. And I've actually known other vegans that are famous that then they're doing something hypocritical, and it's just more striking because they're so famous and well known. But yeah, I would love to talk to those ones that do call themselves vegan but are still participating in exploitation, because they probably just don't know it yet, or they don't understand what they're doing. Just takes a matter of, oh, Darby's over there. Those are her chips. I just saw them. I was like, oh, where's Darby? Darby has, it's called Roundhouse Foods. They make such good hummus, and the garlic dip.
Dip last time. Oh, that
Nooch to put on top is good. Liquid nooch, yes, absolutely. I love that the things that she makes are so simple, but like nobody is gonna go home and make them. So it's like you get the simple, but also delicious and nutritious, because it's like pretty close to Whole Foods. It's just blended up. Oh, so good. Yeah, I need to definitely go support her and Lucinda today. I need to get some of the chips, garlic stuff. Oh yes, the Orange Blossom. They're also over there. They sell out all the time. We'll be ending at noon, so we'll still have time to go see if they're not sold out yet. The last one, yeah, exactly. They might already. No, it's mine.
I'll give it to you because you give me the.
No, I would let you take it because we're gonna miss you, and I'm so sad to lose you. Yeah, but I understand. You know, life has new opportunities for you, and I'm excited for that at least. So,
I'll be back.
And you will be back. Pam will be. Hi.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
So after that stream's live, then what happens? Does it stay recorded?
Yeah, it's just live on the account Anti-Animal Use.
And so can that portion of the recording be deleted now that it's been streamed live?
I can put a little thing on your face. I can like go back and like put a blurb over your face.
Yeah, can't you just like, because
I can't delete it, but I can.
What do you do with it next?
I just leave it there. I don't do anything. There's just people watching it right now.
You don't splice it together and.
Sometimes I will cut up the videos, but if you don't want me to, I don't have to.
Yeah, I'd prefer it not be edited to. You know, I like the context that I couch things in. And,
if I did edit, it would be the whole conversation. It wouldn't be cuts. But if you don't want it cut, I don't have to do that.
Yeah, but also, if you could maybe just put a thing over the face or whatever.
Yeah.
My wife is like, oh, you can't. That'll end up all over the internet. I was like,
nah, we're not that popular. I understand the concern. I'll still do it, but I don't know if anything will come of it, because we've been having lots of conversations all day. So it's also buried underneath like an hour of us being live. So I don't know if anyone's going to go back and rewatch the whole thing after it's not live anymore. But like I said, I still will go in there.
It's not so much about how many people are watching. It's more like about what your intent is with the recorded material. If you cut and paste it into a dramatic campaign.
I've never. You can. So if you look up anti-animalist on YouTube, you can see what I do to videos.
Yeah, okay, cool.
The only thing that I have is maybe I'll take a short of it just to fit in the shorts.
Yeah.
But again, I don't have to do that if you're uncomfortable with it. I try to not make you look bad. I think that you're my neighbor, and I really do want the best for everyone. The only people that I might do something to are people that are mean to me.
Yeah.
But I think our conversation was honest. I really wouldn't want to do anything to harm you.
All right.
If you do feel uncomfortable after you see, there you go. Perfect. Let me know. You have a good day. Hi. You want to be interviewed?
No, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I would say if you don't want to have something posted, maybe don't volunteer, but it's okay. I understand. I don't want them to feel terrible or anything. I want everyone to feel safe and comfortable. I'm not here to make fun of people. I'm here to actually change for the animals. I'm here for the animals. I really want the animals to just not be exploited anymore. And, if that guy can feel the change and do things and he doesn't want his image out there, that's okay. I totally can respect that. Yeah, I wish I could interview a lot of you in the chat. Absolutely, no problem. Animals are objects. What makes them an object? Yeah, there's no expectation of privacy in public. You're absolutely right. It would literally be just from the kindness of my heart to go out of my way to accommodate for him. But, I felt like he entertained the questions and he really thought about them, so I really want to put the effort to respect him. The mic is Rode. I have the Rode mics. Yes, they are new. They're not used. That is true. But when I demand a microphone, I'm not demanding that some person is exploited. I'm demanding a microphone. We can build microphones without exploiting someone. You cannot demand animal products without exploitation. You will always have to steal from someone. You have to use animals, trick them, and not consider their best interests in order for them to be a reliable source of things for you to use. I'm not married because I don't want to be, honestly. That's okay. It's funny that you think that's an insult. I feel like a lot of people don't want to be married, regardless of their gender. Absolutely, Brooke. Yeah, I just speak up because that's what I want my oppressor to do, is speak up for me. That's fine. The Mark II chaos, that you can't take anyone seriously with a nose ring, that just reflects onto you that you just have really minimal attention span, that you can't focus on things, and I'm sorry that's the case. I hope you can improve that. It takes practice, so you got to keep trying. And for you people who don't agree on testing medications on animals, you sign up for the testing. So there are humans that actually do sign up to be tested, because regardless of what happens in the animal test, if it's going to move on to be sold on the shelves, we have to do human trials. We have to. So I don't know what you're talking about. We have to test on humans anyway. So we can use other systems. We have AI systems that are much more accurate. We have organs on chips. We have a lot of options. I guess you and I are different. I'm more concerned about the millions of women and children being trafficked. Stop demanding that then, Steph. Why are you demanding that millions of women and children are being trafficked? Why are you demanding that? You are demanding that animals be exploited multiple times a day, though. Do you see how your actions are going to be much more effective in going vegan? You can advocate for those humans, those children and women being trafficked, while not demanding someone's exploitation. Veganism is an inaction. You're just not demanding something. It's that simple. Why do animals have no moral consideration? So I can just kick dogs for fun? So dependent on stealing from animals. Exactly. It's so sad. You know what's crazy is that, and I know this phenomenon happens, when people go plant-based, that's when a lot of the times they start to wash away some of those conditioned thoughts that they have to do this, and they start to recognize the cruelty in animal use. And it's a lot easier just to object to it because you're not using it, right? So sometimes just going plant-based is huge for how you perceive things. You have an honest mind instead of cognitive dissonance clogging up everything. Yeah, I don't want to have a family because this world is not fair. This world right now says you can use arbitrary traits to justify exploiting others, and I don't think that's right. It's not a safe world for everyone. Yeah, it's not complicated. It's pretty easy. Once you figure out what you like, what products are near you, it's like just like you are now. You don't even think about it. You go for the things you like and you enjoy. You look at the back just to make sure. It takes a second, and that's it. Yes, animals eat other animals because they're surviving harsh environments. You have a grocery store and options. Yeah, so this is not a public post or something, right? I can kick you out. This is my live. So if I find that you're being inappropriate or just plain rude or mean, my mods are instructed to remove you or to at least mute you for a little bit. If you're using groups as a way to put down others to make yourself feel better, I'm gonna just hide you from the whole channel because I don't put up with that crap. Yeah, you have freedom of speech in public spaces, but in my chat, it's my rules. So you're coming into my house. Morally speaking, I think that we all care about ourselves and that we share this principle that we shouldn't exploit each other. If we can avoid demanding each other's exploitation, we should. Oh, what time is it? Oh. We're going to try for one more conversation. One more conversation? Hi. Pam might get them. I actually have 199 people in my house. It's just that TikTok doesn't really want to spread my algorithm. Yeah, I've got a lot of people. YouTube is more common. Also, this TikTok account is brand new. We just made it, so just try to reach as many people, put as many megaphones up as possible, because that's all social media is for us. It's just a megaphone, because not only do we have the one conversation, right? I'm talking to the one person, but then there's everybody in the chat. All these people curious about veganism, and they're hearing their questions being answered by people that sound just like them. That's why I'm here. I'm here to hopefully compound the good that we're putting out there. Animals were not created for food. Genesis chapter 2 says animals were created for companionship. And Revelations chapter 4 says all was created for God's glory, not food. There you go. If you're not following Vegan Heretic, go follow him. If you believe in like any Abrahamic faith, please reach out to Vegan Heretic. I think Daniel Broccoli might be in here too. He's also another beautiful resource to reach out to. Vegan Heretic is great because he wrote a book called Vegan versus the Verses. So I feel like, both of them can answer your questions. Vegan Heretic, I just definitely has down the verses versus, or the vegans versus the verses. So they might be able to answer your questions. I think Daniel will too. They're both great resources. Go follow them on YouTube and TikTok. Appreciate everyone being here, by the way. Yes, if you keep spamming, then I will censor you. I don't know what you expect. Hi. You guys want to be interviewed? Yeah? No? We're live on YouTube?
I don't know.
Okay, that's okay. That's all right. Can I give you a card? You can watch us if you want. Awesome. So we're anti-animal use. We're a vegan activist group, but we do interview lots of people from Portland. So that corner right there just takes you right to our website. You can also look up anti-animal use on YouTube and find us. Here, I'll give you one too.
Okay.
There you guys go. Yeah, have a good day. Nice. Yeah, oh, okay. An interesting conversation, apparently.
But they were very polite.
They were polite?
Yeah, but I think we're on a different...
Yeah. It's interesting talking to really polite people when they're trying to disagree, which it's at least...
They stopped the conversation.
Oh, they just left.
I think there might be... Well, I don't want to say...
No, yeah, I get you. Yeah, we can talk about it afterwards too, yeah. I get you.
But I did talk with another person They were vegetarian,
Oh, okay.
and they were very interested in finding out more, so I did a research
That's
card to them.
fantastic. I feel like a lot of vegetarians, even though there's a lot of times they'll say, like, I've done enough, I don't need to do more. But some of them, it's more like they just didn't know. Like, I was that vegetarian, I just didn't know. And if someone had talked to me sooner, I would have done something sooner. So that's awesome. Bam, that's so exciting. I'm so happy about that. So many good conversations, even though we have some stinkers, but a lot of good conversations. And we ran into a vegan that's also active and might come out. Yeah, it's so exciting. Oh, goodness. So yeah, we should aim for like maybe one more conversation if we can. It's 11:55. Yeah, and then we can check out the market if, whatever you want to do, you can, whatever. I was actually thinking of, are you okay with that if we grab some stuff from, okay, cool.
I don't know.
I don't know if I can let you do that, right?
I have to actually walk over there.
Oh, the walk. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hi. Exactly, gonna run over there. Orange and Blossom is on their last cookie right now. Hey. Yeah, wait. Orange and Blossom, if you're watching, hold on to that last cookie for us. Oh gosh. They're actually an all-vegan bakery that's like right over in the corner of the market, and they always sell out. They're so good. Yeah. I'm so impressed with how many vegan options there are actually here in the market. I kind of want to like one day maybe do a live where we walk from booth to booth that's vegan so everyone can see all the vegan booths here at the market. There's a lot of them, like that chocolate one. I had no idea. Just right under my nose. Hi. We're doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? All right, no worries. Have a good day. Thank you. Oh, I loved her lipstick. It was like a purple. Her lipstick was really pretty. So many people. Everyone's so focused on getting their food. I love all these carts just full of plants. Yas! Look at all those plants. I love it. There's like this booth over here that's like strawberry heaven. So many strawberries. Let's see if I can actually kind of turn it.
And I think those white raspberries.
Oh yeah, the like salmon berries. Here's
Is that what they're called?
I think so. I'm not 100% though. I don't know. Don't quote me.
I want to try one.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure they're like really good. They're really sweet. So yeah, right there is the strawberry booth. Sorry, it's different for each camera. Back over here. Definitely gonna need some strawberries. They're local strawberries, and Oregon grows the best strawberries for sure. A person stated his personal opinion that vegan cheese does not melt well on his pizza and had his comment deleted. That's fair. Come on. I don't know who deleted it. It's probably because they said something else. Maybe the talk of dairy being the product of grape might be more in line with what was happening. I don't know why someone would block you for saying vegan cheese doesn't melt. It's not a justification, though, to use anybody anyway. Let's see. Why do you get to decide what beings have the right to life? Exactly. Thank you, Neil Smith. That's well put. Oops. What reality? Yeah, exactly. What reality? Oh, thank you. Who was that? Someone, Emma, thank you. Someone sent a little hand heart to our TikTok group. That was so sweet. Thank you so much for that, guys. Well, I don't know. We're right at the top of the hour. I think we're going to call it there. What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you want, should we try for one more? Because we're just.
All right, we have one more minute.
You want to do it? Let's do it. Pam, I love you so much. You're amazing. I didn't want to, she's volunteering. I don't. The last one. Oh, and the sun is out. I feel like it would be a good one too. When the sun's out, you usually get a lot of honest actors, a lot of honest people. Hi. I just realized we don't have our live sign up. Uh-oh. Hi. I can grab it really fast. Oh man, I don't know where it is. Okay, I was looking for the live sign. I can't find it. How's everyone doing? They are living, but not sentient. Plants are not sentient. Hi. Oh, you found it! Oh my gosh, thank you, Pam.
I remember seeing it yesterday.
You did. Oh, that's awesome. It was just meant to be that you found it then. I was like digging through. I'm like, where is it? Oh man. We try to let everyone know that the live is going so that they're properly prepared, and I couldn't find it. It was buried within all our signs. I have too many signs in there. I just want my activists to have options because I don't control how the group advocates other than abolitionist, but however you want to tackle that. I think every activist has a niche way of reaching people and can reach a certain group that the others can't. So I like to have the diversity in our group. It's helpful. It's helpful for the animals. I like your bag.
Thank you.
Yes. It says save plants, eat people. Oh gosh. Okay. Anti-capitalist messages oddly sound so funny to me. Like obviously we shouldn't eat people, and we should eat plants. It is funny when people are already what's the word? Is it anthropic? They don't like other humans already. They're overwhelmed with humans. and yet they don't think about the animals that have done nothing. Oh, we might have gotten one. Are all vegans anti-abortionists? No. No, they are not. There are pro-life and pro-choice vegans. Yes.
We have somebody to interview, but they don't want their face on.
Oh, I can talk to you off camera. Is it okay that the audio is on there? Okay, cool. I would say if you stand like right there. If you stand like right there, you won't be on the camera. Okay. I'll have you a little bit closer. This is where it basically starts to see you. Yeah, I can't see you at all.
And what are we talking about?
We're going to talk about the powerful versus the powerless, just in general. My name's Anna. What's yours?
Craig.
Craig?
Yeah. Or you can call me CW. That's
CW?
What, yeah.
Okay.
I do like a radio show on cable, so that's why I go by CW.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. CW, lovely to meet you. What brings you out here today?
I like to get the food. I mean, obviously, But I'm still trying to wake up, but
That's
probably
fine.
here for some fresh fruit or vegetables today.
Oh, love it. Yes, there's a lot.
Smoked salmon's another one I always come down for. But yeah, I'm kind of like in that mode, like what I want to eat today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just texting a friend and I like a lot of dietary issues, so I have to be picky too. Because I can't eat. I was just thinking about I don't go to eat at Fred Meyer's. I'm like, why do they even exist? I mean, you know why. It's money, right?
Sure.
But you go to a corner store that I mostly shop at smaller stores, for example, co-ops, and they're there to be something like an asset to the community, like a positive thing, and
you
I
care
think
about your community.
I think they care about what they sell us too, more than just we gotta get the dollar and make sure people make more money on their stock, so it's complicated obviously, because a lot of us, if you have any kind of retirement money, that's where they invest your money in these big corporations, right? It's like a negative, just a whole cycle of negativity.
For sure.
Yeah.
Where we do have options to make the world better, though, that's where we shine the most, right? When we can make the change, when we make some change ourselves, the effects we can make.
Keep that balance, because you don't want small businesses to go away. You know what I mean? Individual people that are entrepreneurs. Because a lot of times, like I said, they get into it because they're passion, and they're not in it for profit like that. You know, they obviously want to make a living, but they're not like, I'm going to get super, super rich. You know, like they know that going in.
They
most
have
times.
a concern for their community.
Yeah, you know, and then lo and behold, if business does well, eventually maybe open a second shop or something. You know what I mean? But like, I'm not trying to like dominate society.
Yeah, no,
and
I hear
like,
ya.
and then once it gets too commercialized, you know what happens? The quality goes down.
Yeah, exploitation starts to skyrocket.
Yeah. Because then it's like people are like, what do I do? What do I do? You know, and that's one of those things too. It's like it makes it really challenging. Yeah, because like I said, being local, you know, I think this is a great region, like for farmers, you know, to do their thing, like fruit, vegetables, and things like that. I think that's good.
So, I mean, it sounds like you kind of share some principles with me. Do you think that someone who has some advantage, some power, maybe it's strength or maybe it's a high intelligence, do you think that advantage gives them the right to exploit those that don't have that advantage?
Yeah, people, you mean saying, for example, the people that have the power?
Yeah, like a really muscular person, do they have the right over someone who's not as muscular or strong to do what they want to them?
I mean, they have the physical ability, obviously, to do that.
Do they have the moral right?
But when you look at, like moral and ethics about it, it's like, it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I definitely can recognize that the world has a lot of harm in it. There are people abusing their power. But I would say that when we come together as society, we talk to each other and we talk about what's fair and what we want to see in the world and how we should treat each other. So even though there is harm in the world, there's always room to improve, right? Do you think that if someone was an oppressor and the one they're oppressing can't speak, can't defend themselves or communicate in any way, do you think that then the oppression is justified?
No, it's not justified. The community, hopefully, if they know about it, can kind of like intercede, right, and see if they can like bring light to it. And then like somebody today, I was just watching a video and they were talking about how the people right now are using so much might with finances. Like I have all this, you know, like so much money and wealth. And they feel like they dominate the people who don't have it. But they're like, in the end, like we really have more than them. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it just takes almost like, I was just thinking a couple of things. Like one would be just like a day of people just refuse to like work for a day.
Yes,
you know,
a general strike.
Yeah, just
I agree.
take a day.
That would be
like
great.
we're not working, you know, it's like, it's gonna, maybe some things will be affected, but it would almost take that. I mean, because it happened to us with COVID, like society did shut down, you know, life goes on.
Well, so what if someone can't protest? They can't stand up for themselves. Is that okay to exploit them?
No. If a person can't, and that's what I was just telling somebody the other day. I was at this thing, they were talking about the Blazers spending this $350 million to remodel the Moda Center. And somebody was, I was talking to, I can't remember what her position was, but I was telling her, I said, like, I'm down here, you know, I came to see what it was about. It wasn't what I thought it was, but I said, I come down here, but I know a lot of people, they have opinions, they can't come down here because they're working 2 jobs or 3 jobs and going to school and they got the kids. And then even coming downtown now, you know, it costs like $3 an hour to park. Like people can't afford that. And then if you got 2 or 3 kids, you know, everybody's like, well, ride the bus. Well, it's not that easy. You know, I have a lot of stuff to carry. Or if I got to go grocery shopping, I'm not grocery shopping and come back with 5 bags and 3 kids. Like, you know, just that is not logical.
Right.
And then like in the core, you got down, like in the Pearl, for example, they build 2 or 3 low-income apartment complexes. But the people that live there, they don't got parking.
Yeah,
they get a parking
that's
pass. So I one lady, I was coaching over at Laken actually, which is not far from here. And I remember one of my players, she didn't come to practice, and I was like, oh, what happened? And she's like, oh, our car got towed because they lived in the Pearl. And I was like, oh, you guys live in the Pearl? And she's like, yeah. And I go, oh, so parking, she has to pay.
Another obstacle.
And you're on food stamps, you're on everything, low income, and but they did not offer you opportunity to park your car.
They exploited them, really, because then they get money from that family.
Like if people can't. You guys, good to see you guys. I used to work with them.
I love it.
Yeah.
I promise we'll end it soon too, so that you can go hang out with them.
Yeah. I mean, so, but that's why I'm saying, like, that's an example of, like, you know, seeing somebody, here they are, their family's being exploited.
Right. They can't protest. Still not right to exploit them because they still care about what's happening to themselves.
Yeah,
right?
Here they are saying, hey, we got housing for you. I was even telling, like, a friend of mine, he owns like a little meat market over in North Portland. and he barbecues, right? And so he's been doing that, and he just got told the other day, like, he can't barbecue no more outside, you know, like they're gonna pretty much, and I'm like, okay, like for me, I'm going, that's not fair because, like, people are sleeping, blocking the sidewalks, and there's no harm done, but here you are trying to be a benefit to the community, and now you're being told, because see what it is, now people starting to come to his establishment, and they're like, yeah, we gave you this place as a minority, but then once like he's starting to have, you know, like he's not going to fall on his face, they got to find a way to pull the rug out from under him, and I go, that's so wrong.
I do want to kind of pull it back real quick. I'm very much against others being exploited. What would you think if maybe your friend that has this restaurant, what would you think if aliens maybe came down? They're different species. Would it be moral for the aliens to exploit that person?
No.
I agree. All right, regardless of species difference.
No, it doesn't
what do you
matter.
think about animal use? When we use animals, do you think that it's exploitation on our part to use animals for our benefit when it's not in their best interest?
You mean like for eating and things like that?
Clothing,
like
vivisection, entertainment.
Yeah, that's another one. I was talking about recently because I know here in Portland, they used to have what they call the dog races.
Yeah.
And I remember my great grandma used to go to that.
Yep.
And they stopped doing it. I said, what happened? They like, you know, people were saying like, you know, the cruelty to animals. And then years later it was the horse track, and I think they shut it down. I don't know if it's that exact same reason, but it did shut down.
I don't know actually either, but you're right, it did shut down. Yeah.
Yeah, but I heard around, you know, the country, there's only a few places left to even have horse track racing too. Like, so those things are kind of. But then I was thinking about the rodeo, and I brought it up in a class I was taking. I think it was a school, it was an online school, but it was in Alabama, and I think the teacher didn't like my thought on it, and they gave me like a bad grade because I was saying it was talking about like violence in sports, and I think a lot of time when they say that, they're a lot of times they'll focus on minorities, like say basketball players might have a fight, and it would be like the biggest thing on the news, and I was saying, but then you have like people with the rodeo, they would throw a rope around the calf neck, choke that crap out of him, tie his legs out, and then like I'm a superstar and no one blinks because we've been doing it so long. And I'm like, that's cruel. That's cruel. You know, like you look at it and go, ooh. Like,
sometimes they die from that because it breaks their neck.
Or the thing they put on the one animal when he bucks.
Yeah.
And I used to go, why does he buck? I didn't know when I was a kid. It's like this tight belt, you know, it pokes him. And then I started noticing, they said, watch at the end, they'll pull that belt off and then he calms down.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. So that's why he bucks, because he's like in pain.
I mean, in addition, right before he's released, they're like slapping him and he's in a tight, confined space. They're trying to rile him up.
Yes, to come out and just do that whole thing.
Exactly.
So,
you're right on the button. That is absolutely exploitation.
So that is one that I have brought up. But
So tell me why you think those are wrong. Why is it immoral, in your opinion, to do that to the cows?
Yeah, like I said, I think, you know, obviously back in the day, just form of entertainment, people have money, like they just like, hey, if it entertains me, so be it. You know, but then as you start to look at that and go, whoa, like why does that continue? Like how, you know what I mean?
What is that calf experiencing, right?
Yes. Because like I grew up in, you know, at times when it was like you watched Westerns and, you know, it was a cowboy Indian thing, and you would emulate that stuff going to school. And I remember it was wrestling, for example, like, you know, local wrestling. There was these guys, they used to do, they were the Germans, they were called the Germans, like tag team, three brothers, bald head guys, you know. And there was a guy, Jimmy Snuka, he was like, you know, big time, and his teammate, like a wrestler, you know, they had a tag team, his teammate was this one guy named Harusa Saki, right? Harusa Saki was the husband of one of my teachers at Buckman, like one of my, right?
Okay.
So one day he came to our school, and I watched it wrestling on TV, and I seen him, and I go, but her name wasn't that. It was like Miss Wong. She had a different name.
Okay.
I said, wait, Miss Wong, like, who is that guy? Because I'm like, I know, that's a wrestler. And she goes, that's my husband. And I was like, and so I was telling my friends, like, yeah, Miss Wong, like, she's married to like the wrestler. Well, those Germans, they used to do this thing, was Heil Hitler. So now, I'm, you know, in 4th grade. I don't know what Heil Hitler is. So, you know, me and my friend, we're the Von Steiger brothers. So we're doing that, right, in school. I remember, like, you know, and this teacher came up to me, and I remember, and she goes, I better never see you do that. Like, she was very angry when she said that. She said, I better never see you guys do that.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. But she ain't explained nothing to me.
Oh, that's terrible.
So I went and told my other friend who would do it too. And I said, Terry, that thing we were doing, I said, man, don't do that no more. Because Miss Sloan, she was mad. Like, she really told me never do that again.
So why would it be? I agree with you. When we think about that horrible tragedy that happened to the Jewish community, what in your mind makes what the Nazis, sorry, we also have TikTok on here. What makes the Nazis immoral? I agree with you that they were immoral, but what in your mind makes their actions immoral?
Like, you mean the wrestlers, or just as a whole?
I mean, I put myself in here, not you.
Oh, no, that's fine.
The wrestlers or the real Nazis. What do you think in your mind makes it immoral to take humans and put them in places that will make them not live anymore?
Yeah, I mean, that divisive rhetoric it started with, like we even see a little bit of it here in current society.
Well, it's not so much the rhetoric. I'm asking, what do you think is the bad thing when we do oppression to other humans? Why is oppression or oppressing other people immoral, in your opinion? Using someone unfairly, why is that immoral in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, exploiting somebody that's like less, maybe like whether it's financially less than you, physically, some people even the mental capacity where people like, will like
maybe can't communicate or stand up for themselves, right?
Well, yeah, because you have like these sales tactics where they go on and they've started to strategize how they can manipulate somebody to sign a paper to buy something. Yeah. And then later when they realize what they bought, they go, whoa, like, like that wasn't what I thought.
Right.
And they're hooked on some long-term contract. So, sometimes years later, like Congress might get involved and say, hey, that company was wrong, like that.
Do you think that anyone should be exploited? Should they be used unfairly at all?
If someone should be exploited?
Yeah.
No, there should not be.
Yeah.
When
it comes to other animals, when we use them for food, clothing, entertainment, what is different about them that justifies what we do to them?
What's different about them?
Yeah, what about them makes it okay for me to hang them upside down in a slaughterhouse and take their life, but to not do that to humans? What's the difference between our species that justifies that?
I mean, that's pretty much power.
Exactly. It's just that we have an advantage over them, right? There's no morally relevant difference. They still care about what happens to themselves just like we do.
Yeah,
so what I wanted
took a picture a few weeks ago. They're driving down I-5 and a truck drove by me and it had all those chickens in there. You've seen those trucks, right? And the trucks look filthy. The chickens look like they're this close to being already just dead, or they just look like something you wouldn't even want to eat. You're thinking, I don't even know, like wherever you can ready to take it and clean it up and like eat that. And I took a picture and I was sharing it with some people. I was like, do you guys really want to eat this like that?
And that's like 99% of the birds in America.
Yeah.
But even if, let's say, a chicken is being raised on a really nice farm, they got lots of space, right? They get to live to be, I don't know, a couple weeks old or maybe a year old. Do you think it's fair to take the life of a chicken just because you want to taste them?
I won't say it is fair. I mean, those are like, you going way back when people like survival, but I think
but today
with fruit and vegetables, like people could survive. But even that has been manipulated. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
so you could feed yourself on everything that's here at the farmer's market if you really wanted to, or you could go to a grocery store that fits your ethics and purchase those produce from them. You don't necessarily need to support like big corporations
I was just
or processed food.
The other day that when I was growing up, like on my block, I could pretty much name everybody on my block had some kind of fruit or vegetable tree, right? So we would go down and say, oh, Miss So-and-so, she got cherries, so-and-so, she got apples. I mean, it was like, when I think of almost everybody, and I remember like there was a walnut tree up the street. I didn't know what it was because we just threw them, right? As kids, I was like, first, second grade. But one day my grandfather came and he said, do me a favor. He said, go up there by that tree and take a bag and get me some of those walnuts. I don't even know what they were called, really. I don't even remember.
Like, okay, I'll go
and I was
them.
going, you can't eat that. Because, they were always on the ground, and I just threw them.
Yeah.
And then he go, no, go ahead and get those. Like, he kind of like, was telling me, boy, like, you don't tell me. And I was just like, and so then one of my uncles was like, what are you getting ready to do? I said, nah. I just called my grandfather. I had to live with my grandparents. And I said, Dad, want me to go get some of those things? I said, those things we be throwing? That's kind of how I said it.
Yeah.
He wants me to get that. Like, he said he's going to eat it. And then he's like, so I go up there, I put it in the bag, come back. And he cracked some and whatever. Because I think when I saw them, they always had the little green thing on the outside. Mm-hmm. And then we threw them or just stepped on them.
Yeah.
And so he like warmed them, put a little salt on them, and then he tasted like, oh, I didn't know there was something edible.
Yeah.
So I mean, now think to buy walnuts in a store, like, and the tree was like, oh, because I grew up by the Lloyd Center, so it was just right there, and that's why I was going. And then over time, I'm like, did the government spray everything so people don't grow crap? And because we didn't really go to the store to buy fruit, only thing we probably would buy at the store because you didn't grow it here was oranges and watermelon. But the other and all that, like how we come down here now, man, we go around the corner, blackberries they were just growing, raspberries, like I said, pear trees, like everything. You didn't buy that stuff. And then the yard, like mostly all the older parents, they had like a little garden. They were growing onions, they were growing tomatoes. You didn't.
We can grow plants sustainably. We can have a neighborhood where we have little local, what are they called?
The farmers garden.
Yeah, exactly, the gardens.
But that came because people didn't own houses and they started building more apartments.
Yes,
but
and they needed
everybody
a little.
had a house, so you had a yard. And like, and so that's why I was like.
What I want to get to is like, for you, walking away from this conversation, what's going to stop you from living vegan? Living vegan just means to not want to demand someone else's exploitation. It sounds like that's your principle. What's stopping you from no longer exploiting animals, just the way that you don't exploit humans?
What would stop me from doing it? I think, well, sometimes I don't eat. Like I was just telling a friend, we were just talking on the way over here, and I'm like, somebody I met recently a couple weeks, so we were just sharing, and I was like, oh, are you vegan? And they said they weren't, but they should be. And I said, okay, like for me, I'm allergic to dairy. Like I have allergies, so I don't do any milk.
Yeah, you almost look for that label because it's safe in that sense, right?
Yeah, I have to like that. So a lot of places I don't go eat at because I can't eat there, or people act really funny. But then there's a lot of other vegetables too I'm allergic to. Like I can't do tomatoes, cucumbers, mushrooms. Like it's a lot of stuff I can't eat. And then seasonings like MSG, all that crap. I'm like, so that's why a lot of times I have to look and go, nope. It's not a lot. I can't eat.
Let me give you a card.
So that's why when I was saying earlier, like smoked salmon, like something like that, I would probably eat. But
so the issue with the smoked salmon is that fish care about what happens to themselves, right? They do feel pain. They want to avoid it. They want to have that next pleasurable experience. And to pull someone out of their home just for arbitrary pleasure, to me, would feel immoral. I wouldn't want that done to me. Someone shoving me underwater just because they want to eat my insides.
And there's times when, like I said, because I do feel like certain times, like I just get a yuck feeling about certain foods, and then I won't, So I've had moments. That's why I just told somebody, like right now I'm going 30 days, like no bread, no pastry. Well, it's vegan pastry. But, I try to like rotate like what, because like people say, like variety.
Are you vegan?
At times I go vegan. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah,
tell me what vegan means for you.
For me, like I said, I did vegan from last September all the way to Christmas.
Well, what does it mean though?
So I'm cutting out like everything. I mean, as far as food, I'm not gonna say when I shop, if I were to buy like this bag and it had like a piece of leather and I didn't know it was on there or something like that. Probably not to that extent, but it's more like.
It sounds like you're on a plant-based diet for the most part. You eat predominantly plants. Veganism it's a movement for the animals. It's an ethical stance to not want to demand others' exploitation. If I can avoid demanding someone's exploitation, I do so because that's what I would want if I was the oppressed. So with that in mind, does that align with your own principles, the idea of not demanding someone's exploitation when it's avoidable?
I probably haven't looked at it to that extent.
The only reason why a vegan would care if there's a little piece of leather on their bag is because that leather came from someone's body and that had to be stolen from them. That individual had to be birthed into existence and fed, and they cared about what's happening to themselves.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. I probably at times I'm like baby steps, and then there's times when I'm like I'll be probably the one person in like the family chat that I would just send out something and say, hey, you guys, here, because I did it like last year when I first started. I said, hey, you guys, I'm getting ready to cut out eating like everything. I'm just going to be eating. I made a whole menu.
Oh, nice.
So I sent a menu out and said, if you don't know what to eat, for some of you guys, I said, just start for 5 days, see if you could do it. But here's a menu for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and there's no meat involved. There's no dairy, like none of it. And so and one of my cousins, like he was like, oh, cousin, that's what I need, because he has high blood pressure, he has diabetes. Like, and that's why I was sending it to him. I'm like, you guys, some of you guys, like my sister has diabetes. I'm like, if you change your diet, like
you can get a lot of health benefits from living plant-based.
You might, you might make it.
But what about, let's say that you found out you could be healthy either way, using animals or not. Would you find it to be a moral obligation to live vegan after what we talked about? So not going to like circuses or zoos and not supporting when you know that there's an animal exploited?
Yeah, animals and zoos, another one that like trips me out. Yeah, I look at that, and like I said, it's like, oh, I mean, now they've been taken away. You can't just let them go back to the wilds now because
Yeah, I would say for the ones that are here now that are unable to care for themselves, we should give them the care they deserve and need. But we shouldn't be trying to fill our zoos so we have like this full set of animals to be looked at. We shouldn't be gawking at animals who are healing, right? They're not there for our entertainment. They're just here.
Corporate America has done a lot of exploitation with dogs. Like, you know, like telling everybody you need a dog. Like that could have been a thing where somebody might have been, you know, like in a need, but now it's turned into like everybody's like, you know, so I mean, because you got these pet stores.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Going through the roof.
It's a mindset. So we're viewing animals as a thing, something for us to use, versus this is an individual that cares about themselves. So
they've divided people from being family, and they make people be individuals. And so once you become individuals, it's easier more to manipulate you. And so now when you're isolated and you're like, well, I have my animal, okay, but then things are going on bad in society, you don't have a voice as a community because you're not in a community. And that's where, like, I can see that breakdown.
Yeah, I can. So I'll be clear. If you're able to adopt somebody and you're able to give them a rich life, you're able to care for them the way they need to be cared for, absolutely no problem with that. That is encouraged. I think that we've made a mess of saying that we need pets, so that we've now got so many that we actually have to euthanize them, right? Because they multiply so fast. I do think it's our responsibility, since we've mutated them, right? They're now a different shape and they don't have the same instincts, so they can't just go off in the wild and survive. So I think that we should care for who's here, but make breeding illegal. You should not be able to procreate animals just for the pleasure of having an animal.
It's just become too profitable. I think I worked with
it's more of exploitation of the individual,
a few
right?
years ago, and the person, I remember they said the dog was just like a family member, right? So the dog needed surgery. It was like $10,000. And I was thinking like, whoa, like, you know, like our family, that would just, like we were broke. Like we couldn't even afford that, like to even think to afford that. And that's when I knew it was starting to become like this thing is taking a whole like direction of its own in society.
Yeah, there's definitely people being taken advantage of when they fall in love with their companions. I don't disagree. I think we should have a universal health care for humans and our companions, because I do.
On the streets right now.
I don't agree with that. I don't think that's not fair.
Nowhere to go.
Yeah, and a lot of these people are veterans, right?
It's just like people are really sleeping on the street. They're sleeping in filth.
Yeah.
And then there's people who like.
But when it comes to animal exploitation,
So I'm like really taken with that.
Well, when it comes to your choices, when you're living your life and making your choices, you can make the choices that you feel are right. You can speak up to others that you're concerned maybe they're doing something to someone that's immoral. I totally would support that. But as far as like what you do, do you think that you'll walk away from this conversation living vegan from now on?
I probably won't be 100% vegan because.
Can I ask what in your mind justifies that next animal use? What makes it okay to use them?
I think, like I said, because of my dietary challenges, and I think.
Can I give you a card?
Oh, what is it?
The card just shows you how you can get everything you need on a plant-based diet. It also has on the front here has 10 weeks to vegan.org, where you can find a dietitian and you can ask questions, so that if you have a specific need that is unique, they can actually address it. A dietitian has like 6,000 to 8,000 hours on how your diet affects your health, so they'd be the best source.
No, I took a class recently, it was a nutrition class, and I just lost my stepmom last September, and it was interesting because the day I went to the hospital, she was really, really ill, and my sister called me. I got there, and it was like a team of doctors. And so then I said, excuse me, is there a nutritionist here? And one of the doctors, she looked at me like, nobody doing no nutrition. We'll give her a pill or a shot. And so I knew.
Usually if you're at the hospital, they have a dietitian that makes the meal plans. I mean, you can't communicate with them. They usually just make a meal plan based off of your chart.
It's starting to, like, in your insurance, you're starting to see them talk a little bit more about it, but it's not a common thing, because I know.
Yeah, they're not looking at your health and helping you with it for sure.
You're not going to add that into like the healing process.
No,
because like once she was even like a little bit back to her normal, like they would bring her food that would be like, okay, that's cafeteria food.
Yeah.
Like, I remember they came in and they like, oh, Miss Katie, would you like a Coke? I'm like, a Coke in a hospital? Like Coca-Cola in America? Like, it's poison.
Yeah.
Like, why would I want that? So that's where I kind of like, I guess where my alignment is between like that kind of stuff and me probably eating like a piece of salmon. I'm still like,
I mean, you can eat really healthy and not use salmon.
yeah, but I was just saying, like, you have soda pop and things, so I'm just like, so I think
I just don't want you to talk yourself out of it. What matters is it's not the health factor.
Yeah.
It's that there's someone being victimized,
Yeah.
and you can eat healthfully without using them. That's what the point is.
No, I feel you. I feel
Okay,
you. Like I said,
okay.
I'm still like I said, because I have spurts where I'm just like, I don't want it. I'm not. And then I'll like, or I might go, okay, I'm going 60 days. I'm not going to
Well, ask yourself, if you were the victim, what would you want your oppressor to do? You want him to use you only every 60 days, or to just stop using you?
Yeah. From that perspective, you don't never want to be abused. So that's
Yeah. And I think we share that principle with everybody. Yeah. You've been really honest. I want to give you this card. So on the back side is also the nutrition. Oh, I did. Yeah, of course I did. Anyway, I just wanted to show you. It does have the check boxes on there. This is called Vegan Dailey Dozen. You can look it up on Google if you want. Yeah, absolutely. You can share it. Exactly.
Because I know, like I said, I was just talking to somebody on my way over here, and they said they really need to change because they got very high cholesterol.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm going to go down to the market.
nutritionfacts.org. It's on that card as well. It's on the front there. I know I'm going to keep pulling them out. Anyway,
No.
if you go to that website, it actually has videos where they break down the scientific studies about why things are healthy.
So there's a book, I don't know, I think I'm trying to remember, somebody gave it to me. It was called Soul Food.
Okay, I feel like I've heard that.
And so when you go into it, like it gives you a breakdown of like what the nutrients are and how they also can fight off a lot of illnesses, right?
Yeah.
Because like my daughter, her mom, she had cancer, and she was using soursop and stuff. And, and I didn't have it, but then I remember using it, and I was just like, whoa, because a lot of times it's like cleansing our body,
Can be, yeah.
It's like a gentleman was just saying the other day, I was reading, he was like talking about like body odor, and he's like, when we put on deodorant, we're masking, like,
Yeah,
it's
your
like
health.
the pollutant is from the inside. That's why you have those foul odors. And that, some people are going to have, because, however the mechanics of your body work.
Sometimes, it's just genetic thing.
Yeah,
but I
yes,
hear you. Sometimes it is based off of what you eat and how you care for yourself.
Or even like using the bathroom, like pooping, like why does it smell so harsh? Where it's like, it could be like you ate some meat, you ate some rotted food that's rotten in your body, as opposed to eating something more natural and fresh. So those are things that I'm looking at too often and trying to like make sense of, because it's very complex.
You might like that website, nutritionfacts.org. I honestly got lost in watching all those. You can see them on YouTube too. You can just look up Nutrition Facts on YouTube.
Yeah.
But they're easy to watch videos too. They're not like super complicated.
So are you like doing this like research for a school or?
Oh no, I'm doing this just because I want animal liberation. I want it as soon as possible. If I was the one in the cage, that's what I'd want my liberator doing.
No,
so,
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
And so what's your name?
My name's Anna.
Anna Craig.
Craig, yes. It
But
was
where
lovely
did
talking to you.
When did you pick this up? Like, how did you're like really knowledgeable?
I went vegan 10 years ago, but I was watching other activists online, and a lot of people had the same questions I had, like some of the same ones you did.
Yeah.
I didn't know, like, for example, that a cow had to be pregnant in order to produce dairy, and that was a learning thing for me. Once I learned that this family's being forced on someone and then ripped away, I was like, I can't be a part of that. And I learned that cows are really cognitively speaking, they're really no different from like dogs. They actually call them grass puppies. They like to play with balls.
It's so much abuse, because I did recently saw an episode where they were talking about, like the uter, or what they call it, where they get the milk from.
Oh, the udders, yeah.
And they were talking about how it just gets infected, and it's like so bad and gross.
So
and it's just like,
there's actually a number on that they're allowed to have in there, and for every 8 ounces, it's basically a one. I think it's a liter. No, yeah, the one of those pipettes full of pus cells is in every 8 ounces. But I mean, if you think about it, it's a mammal producing a secretion, and if you constantly put a sucking thing on her tit, it's gonna cause an infection. It's gonna get raw.
Yeah, that's I don't know. It just like makes me like disgusted.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
agree.
That's
The more disgusting part, though, is that her baby's ripped from her.
Yeah.
That literally, they've discovered that dairy cows are one of the most maternal farm animals, and they bellow for their baby when their child is separated from them. And even the calf suffers from mental anguish from being separated from their mother. And then you'll hear farmers say, well, we separate them because dairy cows are bad mothers. And it's like, well, if you keep a female in a hut their whole life, how are they ever going to learn to be a good mother, right? Like, if you put a human separated from other humans, how are they going to be a good parent when they don't know how to human themselves, right? So that's the system with dairy.
I'm not like a fish or a hunter person, and I don't like it, but I have relatives that do. Like, one of my uncles worked in the food industry, and he was just even telling me something about, like, if they kill the animal a certain way, the animal will tense up, and the meat can be tough. Things like that. But he's like, people that go hunting may not know, and they just kill it. So, they thinking, like, got me one or whatever. And so it was just, like, a lot.
There are unhealthy things, but the issue, again, is that we're taking someone's life when they wanted to live, and we have alternatives, or we can go without.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so the farming part, to go back to that, just say, like, Bill Gates, they said recently, like, he just keeps buying up all this farmland. And then, like, if you go a few years ago, like how I was saying, I don't eat soy, like Monsanto, they own pretty much, like, in Nebraska, Oklahoma, out in there, they own so much land, and they spray it. And they saying, like, the crap they spray on the crops, if you own a small farm, like, miles and miles away, like, you can't even sell your crops because they saying, oh, you benefited from our, proprietary chemical that we spray, which is probably, like, making the stuff grow faster or whatever. And it's just like, that's too much power. Like,
Oh, yeah. There's definitely a corruption within our ag system. There's, like, a handful of dominant companies, right, that get to tell everyone else what to do.
Eating food that also is, like, contaminated.
Yeah. Like I said, you could support your local farmer, or even the small grocery stores that focus on, like, organic farmers that are nearby.
A friend of mine right now, I'm trying to help him. Like, he's just, he's got that gut weight. And I was telling him, I said, a lot of that's just, like, poop built up in you, man. Like, you got to get rid of that. Like, like a lot of men end up, they just, like, die from it. And so
it is important to take care of yourself.
So he's trying to eat cleaner. Like, I told him, like, one of my cousins, I know, he was really bad shape in the hospital. And when I went to go see him one day, I was talking to him, and I said, Rick, you got to stay out of the owls. And he go, what? And I said, when you're in the store, there's no life in the owl. Like, the life is around the outside, right? That's where the food has life in it. And I was like, that's where you got shot. And so then when the doctor came in, he's like, oh, doc, like, the pills they gave him to me, like, how long am I going to be on them? And she kind of like, and, like, pretty much going to sound like forever.
Yeah.
And I said, you're probably going to be on forever. And I said, unless. And she looked at me, same thing. And I said, I told me you got to stay out the house. And she was just like, and I said,
definitely
there's no life.
moving and eating, more green for sure will help.
It's got to be. I mean, if you're going to shop in those stores like that, that's where the food still has life to it a little bit around the outskirts.
Agreed.
Like, and avoid the dairy. But what do you eat? I need to get your recipe.
Yeah,
Like,
so it's on that card. I literally eat that whole food plant-based diet.
You do?
Yeah, and you can find other vegans on YouTube that actually make meals out of this.
Morning when you wake up.
I make oatmeal. I add flaxseed. I put sometimes I put hemp seeds in there, and whatever fruit I have, either it's frozen blueberries or maybe an apple, and then some cinnamon on top, maybe a little syrup if I want it a little sweeter. Yeah, so that's like my breakfast, and then sometimes for dinner we'll cut up either a block of tofu, or we'll take a block of tempeh and we'll slice that up. Those are soy, but there's seitan that's made. Wait, are you gluten intolerant?
No, not
Okay.
gluten.
So seitan is just it's the protein from wheat.
Yeah.
And so you can actually make a really meaty substitute that's high in protein as well. So those are all great options.
So
if
you know dirty lettuce? Have you eaten that?
Yes,
Yeah,
so
like
good.
Yeah.
What a
I
great
like
restaurant.
Yeah.
Fully vegan, by the way.
And that's the thing too. Like Portland, we do have a few places.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot.
Where you go some places and it's like.
Oh, yes. We have a special corner. I don't deny. We have 2 vegan grocery stores. So we're very privileged over here. But that's why I'm out here. My neighbors here, you included, we don't really have a moral justification for continuing to use animals because we have vegan restaurants, vegan grocery stores, vegan sources for everything, right? It's just a matter of finding them. And I think that a lot of people agree that we shouldn't exploit each other if we have alternatives or can go without. It's just they don't know. They don't know if they can go without.
Mine too, because I was just telling my relatives, like, be careful, because I will tell them, like, reduce the meat, reduce the dairy, all that. But then also I said, be careful about going processed, because
Yeah.
you can end up like saying, I'm not
Yeah,
eating
you don't
meat.
need to do that.
Then
Like I
before
said,
you know it,
this
you're
card
eating-
shows you whole foods.
Yeah, you're processed. So I just try to tell them, because like one of my daughters, she has this thing. It was an app she gave me, like yucca. And one time I had like a drink, and she's like, "Oh, Dad, what are you drinking?" And I was like, "Oh, it's like, it might have been like kombucha or something." And then she came over and scanned. I was like, "What is that?" And it'll tell you like the good and the bad and like what's in it. And so my friend, he's starting to use it, and he's like, "Oh man, guess what?" I'm like, "I have a bad day." I'm like, okay, remember that bread I used to get? I used to buy this bread. It would come from I forget the name of the restaurant. It's in Clackamas in Washington Square. But he would buy this brown bread that they have. He thought it was really good, but it was like yucca said, no, that's poor. Like, it was really low score. So he threw it out. I was like, hey, don't just throw your stuff away yet. Just ease into it, because you've now thrown away a couple $100 worth of food.
Yeah.
Because he has Asperger's, so now when he does something, it's just like full bore.
Yeah,
and I was like, you gotta like, you don't want to do that.
I mean, so when I speak for veganism out of ethics, I've had people say I'm going to go home and throw stuff away, and I'll support them if they decide they don't want to and they're going to just consume what they have but not buy anymore.
Yeah.
I understand that as well.
Yeah, because of money. That's why I was trying to tell him,
Yeah,
like, I don't.
I get that. I can also understand though that feeling, because this is how I felt, is that I saw the oppression in those products, and I was like, I can't put that in my body. I just can't, because I know where it came from.
Yeah. And so that's what I'm saying. But I think I'm one of those people, like, I can do vegan, but then there's times when I look at the whole food.
Well, look at it from the victim's perspective,
Yeah.
because when you zoom out, it's easy to forget that somebody cares about themselves.
Yeah.
Oppressors always benefit from oppression, always, right? It's the victims that we need to think about.
Yeah. No, I like your point. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna let you go though. I do have to go. I
Okay.
really appreciate this
All right.
conversation. You can find this live on YouTube. Just look up anti-animal use.
So you've interviewed a lot of people and stuff.
Yeah. We've actually yes.
Talking for too long, huh? You like, quit talking to me.
Oh no, Pam actually had conversations. I saw. Yeah. Pam was having conversations on the side.
She's good.
It's really more like you agree with the ethics. That's where it comes from. Yeah, you have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Awesome. Shall we?
There
Yes.
was somebody who said they would come back.
Oh, okay.
We
Did
got
they
to
say
the
how
question
long?
about the animal, and she said, "Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to think about that."
Oh, okay.
But I don't think we should wait.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and end it. Although,
I
has
had
it?
a really good conversation though with this last person.
How'd it go? Like,
it went great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and apparently they're a good friend from when they were.
They're what?
They're a good friend from college days or something. Became vegan. The whole family became vegan.
Wow.
And the friend is a doctor, so they're testing the family's blood levels constantly to make. Not constantly,
That's awesome.
like
No,
several times a
regularly.
year.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
regularly.
Yeah.
That's the word I wanted.
Yeah. It's like a, what do they call it? A case study, where
Yeah.
it's like on a very small group. That's awesome.
And then according to the results, they're adjusting the diet. So they're really committed.
Yeah.
And this person really understood the importance of weighing your choices and the decisions that come with that. So
I would love
think
to
we
talk
have
to
a
them.
future.
I was gonna say when we come back here for sure.
Oh no, that was a different person.
Oh right, okay, I'm
this
sorry.
person,
It's because I've
yeah.
probably got a little bit of outreach brain right now. I'm like starting to wind down.
They were trying to. The person I just talked to, they wanted to be vegan, but they were reducing, and they know that's not okay.
Oh, wow, yeah.
They understand that's not okay.
Wow.
And maybe watching Dominion would be the impetus
Would
for
be the push.
change.
Yeah, I really think
And
that
they're
is when.
willing to do it.
That's awesome. Okay,
So
yes.
that was cool.
So many good conversations today. Oh my God, that's amazing. Well, I think we'll just end it there. And then we can also go support our vegan vendors out here at the PSU Farmers Market. I don't know if you want to be in frame. So we are anti-animal use here at PSU Farmers Market in Portland, Oregon. We're going to wrap it up here. We had a lot of good conversations. Pam had so many conversations off camera. Oh my gosh, you're a champ. Like you probably did as many as I did. So we did a lot today. We did a lot. No, it was like 2 thumbs up. That's what it was. So anyway, please keep following Anti-Animal Use. You can find us on all platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Please come find us and follow, support, comment, whatever. I'm Vegan Stoner Lady. Please come check me out. I go live every Monday. I'll be live this Monday. I pull customers. I pull clients up. God damn. I pull up guests from the audience that request up, and I answer your questions, or we talk about veganism in general. So please follow me, and I'm going to pass the mic.
Hi, I'm Cam. Thank you all for being here at PSU Farmers Market. I hope to see you next time. Come again, be vegan.
Yas! Thank you guys, and if you're not vegan, be vegan. Yas! I saw someone tag my name real quick. What is it? Green hearts! Spam the green hearts. We love it. All right, if you're not vegan, be vegan. See ya! Oops, sorry. Did you want to see it?
No. Thank you.
Awesome. See you guys.